Welcome to the battleground, where legends are forged. This is Conquerors of Dawn.
Big moves, I'm that dude. Bet I see you from the top, yeah, real soon. Looking down on the haters that I've been through. Told them I'll see you later, yeah, big truth. I keep a real good pace. Built a big house, damn, look at that place. Up in my mind, cause that's my space. House so big, full of positive things. And I can't be shook, cause I ain't no rook, man, I wrote the book. Now I teach how to cook them beats like, look, making these look good. I just want trophies, plaques with a whole goal if you know me. Got a gold record on the wall, look closely. Got that record all alone, like lonely. I'm just sick of waiting cause I feel it's frustrating when I always put the hours in. But ain't nobody wanna recognize independence, it threatens their continent. So I chase that bag, trophies are dope but I'd rather have cash. Sitting in the bank cause I paid my tax. Living my life, my way, my path, I go. Move fast, anyone who ain't hitting full gas. Who that, choose that, hard work, that wins, true facts. I'ma go big, grind hard, throw a few jabs. Big hook next to the dome, knock her straight back down to the floor. Anyone in my way smacked, I don't take bad thoughts, no, I remove that. My team got good minds, I can prove that.
I got these dreams that I've been chasing. I got some things I've been upgrading. No one can stop me from this craving. Chasing, I've got these dreams that I've been chasing. I've got some things I've been upgrading. No one can stop me from this craving. You'll see me at the top one day.
Yo, winning ain't toxic. Shut your mouth and pick a different topic. Taking off like a rocket, got that energy, you can call me socket. Doing that boss fish, all I do is focus on increasing that profit. Yeah, I'm on like a faucet, ready to make another deposit. Never been complacent since I was 8, I steady stay chasing. Always winning adjacent, side by side, grind hard in the basement. Ain't no replacement, only one me, yes to the free agent. Cause I go where there's payments, otherwise I don't really have any patience. Making that.
Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here with Skarpskenko as we bring you Conquerors of Dawn lower bracket finals. It's a best of 5. It's Fanaticy. It's a Fanaticy. Should I say it properly? Up against Xenagogue. So what's the thoughts?
Yeah. Well, bro, I've looking at both teams, right? Fanaticy, just unfortunately not being able to cut through last night. They had one match up on Saint Dynasty, but everything coming through from Fanaticy up until this point has been a stellar performance, pretty much dominating everyone. And we have seen Fanaticy versus Xenagogue previously, and Fanaticy put on the slaughter on them. So it's pretty much a redemption match coming in from Xenagogue if they are able to get this through onto Fanaticy. Bro, both teams are very good, but just to speak quickly about Xenagogue, well, out of all the Nigerian teams, they are the only ones left in Conquerors of Dawn, so definitely fighting tooth and nail to come through in this situation. So let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah. So we did the lobby tests. I think everything is a-okay from both teams, so hopefully we're not sitting in the pause meta once more. But like the Xenagogue has impressed me throughout the course of this tournament. I've been quite a big fan of their drafting, especially. Their drafting is excellent. Well, we'll get to see how things turn out in this particular match for them. Like we all know, Fanaticy is they were sort of the dark horses in this competition. No one was really speaking much about them, but they've gotten all the way to the lower brackets, right? And well, we got to see how well they've been doing. So let me just get us in here.
Love, I'm
Just some sad news. I see Deus Ex cancelled yet again tonight. But yeah, Angela being the first ban for the side of Xenagogue. Coco Pops with a response from Fanaticy. I mean, Angela, pretty much expected. We've seen some devastating things coming through from the Angela, and especially last night, that combination that Fanaticy brought up with the Angela and the Phobius was a deadly combo. Yeah, so I expected Angela to get banned out, as we do see Fanaticy brings in the Grok ban. So that does remove a particularly very good wombo combo. Grok combining with Gargacha is very devastating, but we do see Xenagogue banning out the Bucks here.
I will choose my own.
I would say the bans are typical, you know. It is a lot of the strong meta picks. And although there are some respect bans in the equation, you know, with all of this, right? Let's be honest, right? A lot of the players here are playing the meta and playing the meta very well.
Yeah, indeed so, bro. The only thing that I'm going to be looking out for if Fanaticy is going to get rid of that Brody. I mean, we've seen Karma doing deadly things with the Brody. But yeah, I mean, anything can happen. We do see Faramus getting removed. So that it could open up a glue pick for the side of Xenagogue.
Yeah. They probably are thinking that banning out the Faramus, right? Because Faramus, as we know, hard counter to the glue, and glue has been causing quite a bit of chaos. I know in if you're playing rank, especially if you're playing solo queue rank, right? Glue is like an auto ban at this moment in time.
Yes, glue for me. The two auto bans that I pretty much hammer on, it's glue and Aemon, bro. Because Aemon is
Yeah.
solo rank. Aemon is deadly, bro.
Yeah. Because no one's got the coordination to deal with him. It's quite pesky. Remember, bro, just give me a second.
100%.
I'll be back now.
Not a problem. Oh, Fanaticy banning out the Lancelot. So no Lancelot for the side of Xenagogue, right? But the question is if they are going to, because the Faramus was banned out, if they are going to pick up that glue, and if the glue is going to be first pick.
That is definitely one of the options for the side, but it seems that they're going to go for Kimmy for a first pick.
Yeah, Jolin pretty much doing beautiful things with the Kimmy. So definitely wanting Jolin to have that Kimmy as a first option. Because look, we did see Cupcake doing deadly things with the Kimmy as well. But Blue picks up the CC for the side of Fanaticy. So that does change a lot of potential drafts for the side of Xenagogue, especially in the XP lane, and Rin picks up the Akai.
Akai has also actually been doing pretty well in the tournament so far, especially if he can get that heavy spin, using it to pin the enemies. That makes it so difficult for the enemy team, and it also just disrupts team fights so well, especially if it's going to be paired with the CC.
Yeah, indeed. So, but yeah, like we mentioned, right, and like we expected, Tata showing us a glue. Hiron is showing us Florent. This could be a very good combo for the side of Xenagogue, but Tata not pretty much showing us.
Definitely, but there are so many good options to pick here in the XP lane right now. The problem is he's gonna go versus his CC, so opting to go for the Uranus, I think that's a pretty good pick to go with.
Oh, well, I mean, if you look at facing a CC in the XP lane, granted, you can have very much good XP picks, like you mentioned, but the question is it going to be viable for your team against CC? Because remember, if CC can have the upper hand early on in the match, it's especially looking at Conquerors as a whole, the current trend was if your XP laner does good, your team does well. So, and well, potentially wins the match. So let's see if that continues. Who is going to get that pressure in the XP lane? Will it be CC or will it be Uranus? Scar is showing us Hylos and picks up Hylos for the side of Fanaticy.
This is a lot of tankiness going to the side of Fanaticy with the Akai and the Hylos, and also depending on the CC's build, but a lot of sustainability going to their side.
Yeah, just waiting for the second phase of the first draft. Cupcake with the next follow-up ban for the side of Fanaticy.
Well, you think we're going to see some carry bans coming out? Both teams are ultra tanky, though I will say this, right? I'm loving the CC pick from Fanaticy. It can deal quite nicely with the Florin and the
Time
Uranus.
to drop the beat
Because
of the
that
clock.
consistent damage that she does, can poke them down quite low. So it's not bad, but I think you might need to have maybe a little bit of lockdown. I know that there is a bit of lockdown missing from the side of Xenagogue. Fanaticy do have lockdown with Rin picking up that Akai, but I mean Akai is a little bit of a high skill hero in terms of landing that ultimate properly.
Yeah, bro, but yeah, now that you mention it, right, currently Xenagogue, they've got that traction pulse, which is a very mobile implosion play. And pretty much that's the only thing for them. Florin, she does do some stuns, but it's not a hard stun. I mean, it's like you stun for a split second or a millisecond or two, and then you're released. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing what you're seeing, bro. Xenagogue needs that hard lockdown, and if we're looking at this right, it's difficult. My question is, are they going to pick? Look, if they want that, right, the Fredrin will not be a bad pick. Especially with the taunts, and then you can just follow up with the traction pulse, or that second skill from Florin.
Yeah.
But Fredrin at this moment is a viable pick. But we do see Fanaticy banning out the Joy and the 1-1. Xenagogue going with the Faza and Sicilian ban. So that means carry is open. I wouldn't let Cupcake pick now. I would rather swap out get that carry in, because that is going to change the draft for Xenagogue. And look, I've seen Banes in mid lanes. I don't prefer him in the mid lane, if we're going to be completely honest. The magic build is good, but it's not great. It's just that it's good. It's not great. We're looking for great because we are in the lower bracket finals.
Yeah, true. So Lotus, have you ever played Bane in the mid lane?
No, I have not. He's a bit more like a glass cannon. Like Scarp said, his damage is pretty good, but when he goes with that damage, he's so squishy and susceptible.
Yeah, but he gets a decent amount of heals from the second skill when he goes magic build, right? Because you know that the second skill of his has quite a few abilities to it. It gives him the extra movement speed. It gives him a bit of heal and damage output. So the damage output is not okay. It's decent, but the heal that comes through if you're building Magic Bane. So the magic build increases the damage from your ultimate and the deadly catch, and it increases the heal from your second skill. So then he has that ability to sustain a bit, but if he gets locked down, that's going to be a problem. But right now, there is no real hard lockdown from the side of Xenagogue. Is that going to be a problem? I would have thought that carry pick would have came in a lot earlier, but Coco Pop's delaying with that carry pick. And maybe they were thinking, you know what, we don't want to be hard counted on the gold lane. So let's wait a little bit, because carry is situational. And I think this is the situation that you'd be looking for.
Yeah, I mean, bro. But if you're going to look at the fight between the carry and Honeybee, I feel that Honeybee is going to win early game. Well, she's going to have the advantage onto carry early game, because carry is obviously, she's very squishy, and especially Honeybee having that Aegis. Carry needs to play careful, especially early game. Just be patient, be disciplined, and get your items up and pretty much just poke down that Lucas and the Uranus.
There is a
But
way to deal with that, right? It actually comes down to understanding your heroes and how you play with a particular hero, right? So with carry, a lot of people, when they're using a carry to do the poke, especially when it's a Hanabi, right? Remember, Hanabi's got no mobility whatsoever, like literally zero mobility. So what you'd like to do is, instead of throwing out your first skill and then using your second skill, you'd like to second skill and then first skill. So what it does is you're closing the distance down, and it allows you to land that first skill, and that first skill slows and can really do a lot of damage.
All troops deployed.
Lotus, can you just take this first part for me? I just quickly need to step away, please.
So Lotus,
No
you're joining
problem.
me for the first game.
I think it's been a while since we casted together.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
it felt like a long time.
Well, with the amount of action that we get to see here on the channel, it's like one day is like a long time, because so much things go on in terms of the games that are coming in thick and fast. We're getting towards the end of Conquerors. We will be concluding this on Tuesday, but that's it. And well, we're just waiting to see who's going to be the finalists here. Well, all three of these teams will be receiving their share of the prize pool, but it's going to be who's going to that final. Because you really, if you get to the stage, like, you want to win.
Absolutely. I mean, you've come so far. There's no point in settling for even a little bit less. You want all of it.
Yeah. So what you just said reminds me of a Linkin Park song. You know that? I tried so hard and got so far.
But in the end, it doesn't even
matter. Yeah. So pretty cool. I'm surprised you know the song, Lotus. I thought it's not in your K-pop line of thought.
Oh no, I've been listening to it for a while. I don't listen so much to their songs, but I've been dipping my toes once again into the English song. But it seems like Xenagogue is dipping their toes into the XP lane, getting the first blood for Lucas onto the CC.
Yeah, so both teams going for opposite rotations here, which we don't often get to see. A pick-off on either side. But the heavy spin has been committed from the Akai, so no heavy spin available. He is rushing towards this turtle, knowing that they did take down the XP laner. But nice reset coming in from Akai. There's Uranus into the mix, just there to cause a bunch of chaos. But he's gonna get taken down low. Oh, the deadly catch from the bait comes out now. The hunt is on. Are they gonna be continuing this particular engage? They might wanna back off. They managed to steal that. Nicely done from the side of Fanaticy. I thought they were gonna miss it without the heavy spin.
Absolutely, but they definitely surprised us, and there's a lot of damage also being dealt here in the bottom lane. Hanabi almost taking down Coco Pops, and Kimi just doing a beautiful job of scouting out the enemy right now.
Yeah, well, it's nice tight rotations from both teams. Interesting to get those double pickoffs so early on from on both sides of the map. I can understand Xenagogue's rotation. It's lovely always to take out the XP laner before, or at least take them low, force them back, so that you have the opportunity to go in and take that turtle with relative ease. But I was quite surprised that Fanaticy managed to secure that.
I think Xenagogue was just as surprised during that time. We got your XP laner so low. How did you guys still manage to steal the turtle?
Yeah. Well, Ren, as we know, is quite quick on the retry. He is Asian after all. These Asians. They're both different.
Absolutely. They just have this level of skill when it comes to a lot of stuff that not a lot of people can compare to, but Uranus gonna go for the lane cutting, and it seems like tension building up here in the mid lane. Both teams wanting to poke right now.
Yeah, it's about establishing this a bit of control before the second turn of the game. Oh, there's the engagement. CC with this deadly catch coming through. Did get the curtain call. Heavy spin being committed by the Akai, forcing back the Uranus. But will wanna probably disengage. Jolene on the Kimmy, just making a little bit of her presence known, but I don't think she wants to really show face here to do anything. So that's a nice pick of kill. But Carrie, meanwhile, in the bot lane, not having the best time. Oh, there's gonna be the engagement by Lucas. But once again, the turtle does go the way of Fanaticy, and they take down the Lucas. I thought he was gonna dash out from there, but opting against going for that route, deciding to try to go in for the sustain, and that led to the opportunity for this jungle invade.
Yep, and also a solo kill going for the carry as she managed to take the Hanabi down. Hanabi was being a big problem to her the earlier part of the match because, did you see, Carrie continuously went back to the base the entire time, and finally she got to take her out.
So let me ask this question, and don't go and check Lotus. I'm asking. You know she's going for the Trinity Ball, right? What item should she have picked up first? Maybe even the viewers can guess this as well. What item should she have picked up first, knowing that she's in a lane 1v1ing an RB?
I'd say if she's gonna go for the Trinity, I would say to go for the Demon Hunter sword first.
The Corrosion Sight. So if you think about it, right? Why the Corrosion Sight? The Corrosion Sight is gonna, nice curtain call coming in, but there's no real follow-up here in the mid lane. The Corrosion Sight is gonna slows down movement speed, right? And Hanabi already has a problem with movement speed, so now you're gonna lock her in place so that you can land that first skill that's gonna remove the shields that she has. And with the, let's be honest, right? Hanabi without the shield in the early game is a sitting duck.
Absolutely, but once again, speaking of sitting ducks, it's Uranus right now in a lot of danger. Goes in deep into the enemy's jungle, is getting chased by the Glorious Pathway as well as the curtain call. But he's so tanky right now and surviving a lot.
Yeah, we should get taken out of the equation. As we see, it's another kill going the way of Fanaticy. Lucas opting not to contest, going for the turrets here, saying, right, look, if we can get the advantage with the turrets, we can get something done. But oh my goodness, this could be very dangerous for the side of Xenagogue. It's enough. She's gonna pop the Aegis. There's a Revitalize coming out. That's kick on this Bane. I mean, he was like, I know none of us are real fans of Bane mid lane, but this is making me rethink the Bane mid lane. What a performance!
Absolutely, and once again the heavy spin is onto the Lucas, dealing a lot of quite nice damage, but Lucas seems to be able to survive right now. What always surprises me is actually the damage that can come out from a Kai, but he's right now into deep danger.
Yeah, but he's got that second skill to provide the bit of shield. He's got a team with him. That's a curtain call. They want to land that deadly catch onto the ground. It's on cooldown, I think, so he doesn't have that available. He does. I thought he was going to go in for that. But there's a mid lane turret being taken down. The Glorious Pathway into the mix. Oh my goodness. It's a mega kill here for this carry. Coco Pop's chest up. Jumping in. Popping out that Roma into the mix once more. Underneath the turret, takes the Lucas out. Oh my goodness, but the shutdown kill comes in from Jolene on that Kimmy. But there's so much pressure being placed all across the map here by Fanaticy. They're laying down a marker in this first game.
Absolutely, and right now with them putting so much pressure here on the mid lane, if they manage to take the Lord, then the Lord will be barging straight down the mid lane. But once again, a deadly catch into the mix. Karma is taken low, gets taken down as well. And Rin is doing a beautiful job right now, Tata. Just able to sustain. That's the nice thing about having a Uranus into the mix. But Luke is going in with Unleashed Beast. Cupcake is so low. Scar doing a beautiful job of just assisting. Vengeance is also popped. Rin seems quite low. Scar as well. Will they get taken down? Yes, they do.
Engagement for the side of Xenagogue. They do get that 2 kills. They want to put a bit of pressure here, and this is 2 kills with the Lord, so no jungle available. It means that they have the opportunity to take this Lord uncontested. That was, I will say, a little bit of ill discipline coming through from the side of Fanaticy. knowing that the Lord was up and then opting not to go in. Bane getting poked down here. Oh, you saw the heals coming through that second skill.
Blue team has slain the Lord.
Yeah, I did see. And I also saw CC doing a good job just unevening the lanes. They do have a bit more lane map presence than the side of Xenagogue, so that does help them, even though Xenagogue managed to get the Lord in solo kill, coming out from Coco Pops once again.
Yeah, Coco Pop's positioning has been very much on point. It was just that little bit of overextension there. There's the chase down onto the Lucas. They're trying to pull him back. He gets the Unleash the Beast out. But to no real avail. The Lord being squeezed. Not even being allowed to go past the second turret.
This is the first time I'm seeing this happen, and they're just allowing Coco Pops to farm on the lanes right now. Beautiful curtain call coming out from Blue, and he's dealing a lot of damage right now, baiting out the Bloom as well. Jolene might fall, but Hera does first. And Jolene gonna get Percy down by the carry.
Turret has been destroyed.
Look at where the Lord went. They took it on a trip, on a journey.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
And in the meantime, Lucas and Uranus are doing a good job of going with the split, pushing
Team
this.
turret has been destroyed.
This match is a bit on the interesting side for tonight.
Yeah, the kill count and gold lead is in the favor of Fanaticy, but Xenagogue, knowing they don't have the team fight potential just yet, they need that Hanabi to come online. Kimmy as well. So they're just creating space for themselves, getting this pushed out. They should, for the most part, just try to avoid the team fights. And the longer they can keep those tier 3 turrets up and running, the more likely they are to be able to pull this back in their favor.
Agreed. And with them also having made sure to take down a few more turrets, it's not so... they're not as much at a disadvantage, but once again, beautiful poking coming out here from the side of Xenagogue, because they went onto the carry, but Uranus is once again into a 1v3 situation.
Yeah, that glorious pathway from Hylos very much on point, making sure that they can escape all the danger and damage that's coming out. It's just under 50 seconds to go for the next major objective, so it all comes down to... right now I'd be starving Xenagogue if I was the side of Fanaticy. Going in like this, a bit of jungle invades, a little bit on the dangerous side. There's Lucas into the mix here. He wants to engage onto the Akai. There's a lot of damage being dealt out by Jolene, but the Revitalize is in from the Hylos. Just gets his team to retreat without the CC there to land that curtain call combo with the deadly catch. They're gonna have to be a little bit patient. As always, it's going to be the CC being picked up. She pops out that vengeance, but carries into the mix. Hits that light wheel. There's a glorious pathway. Do we have the lockdown? No lockdown really. So they can't get that damage output. So that's a lot of ultimates being committed before this next Lord of the game. So now it's all a question of map control. You're gonna have to force the enemy team around the map. Both teams will be vying for that. Hylos taking quite a bit of damage as the traction pulse into the mix. Hakai with a heavy spin, forcing the flicker out from Kimmy, and has to retreat himself. Meanwhile, CC is just doing what an excellent job just pushing. Oh, Carry dishing out the damage onto Uranus. He is quite low, but he should be able to sustain throws. Oh my goodness! CC takes the kill in the bot lane. No jungle available. No retribution. This is going to be Lord going the way of Fanaticy.
Red team has slain the
That was beautiful coming out from the CC. She distracted the Lucas and even took him out before they could even try to go for the Lord. Hanabi had to go to defend, and there was just no chance of contest.
Yeah, what a play from Blue. Out of the blue, shall we say.
Yes, that was a nice dad joke.
I have my moments, Now, the question is, Lotus, can Fanaticy end this game with this Lord? Or do you think the defensive ability from Xenagogue is going to be a little bit too strong? They have this massive wave clear from the Hanabi and Kimmy.
True, I think it would all be dependent on execution from the side of both teams. Both of them are going to wait for opportunities to make mistakes. But speaking of opportunities right now, beautiful Unleash the Beast coming out from the Lucas right now, dealing a lot of damage, but no one falling just yet, and the Lord can't even take a single turret.
Yeah, but that Floral Bloom is not available. There's the glorious pathway. I did use that heavy spin already. The traction pulse is into the mix as well as the revitalize comes out from the high loss, and he's taking too much damage from that. Oh my goodness, but look at that second skill coming in from the Bane. There's the deadly catch. Doesn't manage to land onto too many people, just forcing them back. But the defensive capabilities from Xenagogue definitely coming to the fore here. As we said, the longer they survive in this mix, that gold lead is going to get melted away slowly but surely.
I definitely agree there. If Fanaticy wants to take another Lord and make an ending angle, they definitely have to take down 2 members before they try to barge into the base. Because right now, they have 2 marksmen on the side of Xenagogue. So, like you said, the defensive capabilities and the wave clearing abilities goes into the favor of Xenagogue.
Yeah, for the side of Fanaticy, it all comes down to landing the curtain call deadly catch combo. You need to get the Bane and CC playing a little bit closer to one another. There's a Kai, he's going to get engaged upon, but he's a tanky boy, he can walk it all off. This is not the time where you want to be ill-disciplined 30 seconds before a very major objective.
True, and if the game goes any further, we might actually be able to see the 18-minute Lord right now. In a few minutes. Like you said, both teams have to play extremely disciplined right now. And I would say if Fanaticy wants to get better chance at contest, they would definitely have to start luring Xenagogue out of the base and start picking them off.
Yeah, most definitely so. Bane here, nice a lot of patience being shown, gets the slow push move in. CC just joins Bane, allowing him to create that space to rotate towards the team. Gets stunned up a little bit by the Florin, but that's Carrie, she's already started this, and CC doing a beautiful job here, just engaging onto the Lucas. Even if CC does die, which seems likely, right? They've got the Lord. And that's really what they wanted. Bane into the mix here. Gonna get stunned up. Oh, this might not work out so well if they're gonna overdo this extension. Glorious pathway from the high loss. Akai into the backline. He gets the heavy spin. The revitalize is there to keep him safe. The light wheels from Carry, but revitalize in response. Oh, but look at that deadly catch from the Bane, taking out the main source of wave clear for the side of Xenagogue. Cupcake with the play.
That was crazy. But at least for the side of Xenagogue, they still do have the Kimi, which also has the decent wave clear abilities right now. But if the side of Fanaticy can actually get the waves synced up a little bit better, then they can definitely translate this into a few turrets, if not the base itself.
Yeah, they could have that angle for the base. There's the glorious pathway. You've got to get close towards that Kimi as Hylos is doing that. The Floral Bloom comes out. Was that a little bit too early? Lucas is there to try to get the defense off, but the space is open. There's the deadly catch. Everybody is focusing onto the base. It's a couple of hits away. Can they get this done? Yes, they do. It was kamikaze style, all for going in, all at once. And it's going to be Fanaticy drawing first blood.
That was... oh my goodness. That was extremely well done coming out from the side of Fanaticy. The way they layered their attacks, even if it was just spaced up, but the way they distracted some of Xenagogue's members, took them out before objectives, that was beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, we are in the lower bracket finals, right? We do expect these high skill plays to come through. But Fanaticy once more, very strong performance. But again, Xenagogue as well. When you look at the way Xenagogue played, they knew that they weren't winning those team fights. And what did they do? They showed the necessary degree of discipline. They disengaged from those team fights, used wave management, used the split push potential, brought themselves into a position where they could contest. But I will say this, that play from Cupcake at the end, that Bane going in with the flicker deadly catch combination, my word, what a play. It set up the ending angle for them.
Yeah, my apologies. My PC just restarted out of its own, so I will be back up and have the lobby sorted out in just a jiffy.
So what I'll do in the meantime is we'll put Scarpia under pressure and let everyone see while he's trying to do all the background work there.
It's fine, I'm back in the lobby. It's all good.
Right, so we're going to be heading into the next game. First Blood going the way of Fanaticy. We'll have that swap out, but the plays, some excellent stuff from both teams. Can Xenagogue even this out? It is a best of 5, right? So one loss is, I mean, it's not like you want to lose. Nobody wants to lose, but it's not the end of the world just yet. Though Fanaticy, they're going to be hoping to try and secure a victory here to just get themselves, like, sort of, you could say, 1 foot in the final if they win this next match. So there is quite a bit of pressure riding on this game.
My question, right, is Xenagogue going to be able to get one up against Fanaticy, or will Fanaticy get one step closer? I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, if they win this match, they are literally 1 victory away from going back to face against Saint Dynasty. Because remember now, both teams here are contesting to play for, well, either potentially the 3K or the 5K prize pool. After this, the loser that gets eliminated from here will only get 1.5K. So, yeah, very curious to see how this one does play out.
Let's get into the drafting phase, Vega.
Greatest inventions.
It's gonna be Arlet banned out from the side of Fanaticy and Angela from Xenagogue. But what you were mentioning earlier about the prize pools that each team can get depending on which place they take. The thing is, Xenagogue made actually an interesting pick earlier, going with a Hanabi when we have seen Karma doing crazy things on other marksmen. So I'm excited to see what's up their sleeves for the second match.
Yeah, so looking at Arlo and Lancelot being the first bans from the side of Fanaticy, Angela being the first ban coming in from the side of Xenagogue, so they don't want to allow Fanaticy to pick up that Angela whatsoever. But yeah, sticking with their bans that we saw in the first matchup, not changing up their bans at this moment.
True, and Basha also getting banned out. I mean, Basha is the anti-heal king, and Angela is an amazing healer. But once that combination is also put together, it is actually pretty insane. A lot of people in rank and the 5-man scene can testify of that.
Yeah, indeed. We do see the Grok getting banned out from the side of Fanaticy once more. So my question is, and Lotus, it's Jolene. It's not Jolene. It's a guy, not a girl. He rectified it for us on Discord. It's Jolene, right? I'm expecting well, yeah, CC coming out. So first respect ban coming in from the first match. CC getting removed from the side of Fanaticy. CC, well, yeah, did a beautiful job in that match, just zoning out and keeping the distraction in the XP lane, especially with that second Lord of the match. So yeah, that was great. That was a crazy pull, taking the Lord on a detour.
I think that was the first time that we saw that during the entire tournament. I mean, they went for a super lane cut, took them around the entire boulder. That was absolutely insane. But Ren gonna go once again for the Akai.
Well, Akai is a good pick. I mean, that does change things up. We do see Danny picking up the Bane, removing Brain from the side of Fanaticy. That was a beautiful Bane for the mid lane. Honestly, I didn't expect that coming in from the Bane, but yeah, GG's well played. Our XK Harren, or just Harren, is currently showing us a Selena. My question is it going to be a roam Selena? Especially looking at this patch that is more in favor of damage dealing roams, but going for the Hylos. So removing a lot of picks from the side of Fanaticy's hands at this moment.
Definitely, and it seems like they're taking a going a bit with a copy from Fanaticy. So this definitely puts Fanaticy in a situation where they have to rethink a lot of things. And Hylos is actually so crazy because he's good for tower diving, tanking, sustainability. It's absolutely insane sometimes.
Well, looking at the Cupcake there, right, I would expect the Zushin to get picked up to counter that Hylos. I mean, Hylos doesn't get favored in a match against the Zushin. Scar showing us Matilda. My question is, will it be Matilda? And Cupcake showing us Changi. Yeah, that's it. Changi and Matilda for the side of Fanaticy.
The night sky tells all.
Changa is not someone you usually see in the 5-man scene, but she is amazing when it comes to wave clear. That is something a lot of people can say, and even when she's one of the mages that can actually be a good split pusher. But Tata won't hit the Esmeralda. Tata has been doing a lot of good stuff on the Esme when he did show it.
Yeah, well, Esmeralda is a good pick, especially if you look at the duo combo coming in here. Esmeralda with a Hylos is a very good, it's a very nice combo, especially Hylos with the Glorious Pathway. That does give Esmeralda that boost on her first skill, so that extra boost, it's a very beautiful combination here. So if you want Esmeralda to come and place
I am not the only one.
extra pressure in a different lane, you definitely want the Hylos to rotate with the Esmeralda. That could be a vital combination coming in for the side of Xenagogue, as we do see Xenagogue bans out the Phoveus. Just removing Phoveus from the scene. I mean, Phoveus does extremely well against the Esmeralda, as we do see Coco Pops removes the 1-1.
Well, 1-1 is someone you definitely want to ban, especially in the case of Fanaticy, because they are playing against a Nigerian team, so lag is something you have to take into account. But Carry getting banned out from the side of Xenagogue just in time because they have an extremely tanky lineup so far.
Yeah, Carry is a very good ban for the side of Xenagogue, right? But you still have heroes that can shred through the tanky lineups. Sorry, my dog just scratched me. My question is, right, you've got the set plays and you've got the Matilda into the mix. My question is, especially with this tankier lineup, is what are they going to pick up in the XP lane? Are they going to look at potentially picking up an alpha, a hero that does true damage and that can focus onto the tankier lineups? Or are you going to go with a fighter like a Lapu Lapu or... Look, there's a lot of good picks. Just very curious because Fanaticy doesn't have that sustain. Blue showing us Dyroth. Dyroth is good early game, but mid to late he stops scaling, especially late game. There's no more scale for Dyroth and his damage output stays the same. So let's see, Coco Pops showing us Ruby in the gold lane. We've seen Coco Pops do snap, crackle and pop with this Ruby, going full damage with this Ruby. It's probably one of the best gold lane Rubies I've seen in a very long time. The Ruby would actually be a very good pick for the side of Fanaticy, looking at it.
I agree, and also because they have a Chang'e that has that long range, it does make up for the lack of a marksman. So it's definitely a viable pick here, and she has a lot of sustainability early game versus the Brody.
So that does set it. It is Ruby and either for the side of Fanaticy. It's only Jolin with the final pick for the side of Xenagogue. Mage for the picking here. And, well, it seems like Xavier, quite strange not going for the Kimmy.
True, and I was gonna say Vision would have been nice here because of the type of heroes in Fanaticy. Then I remembered it was banned. The Xavier can work here. Definitely not a bad hero, but is he the best hero in this lineup?
I'm going to mention a mage that I would actually like to see to get picked up, and that's going to be Novaria, especially with that ult, that blanket that she casts. Looking at Hylos and Esmeralda, and the Bane, that would just be extra slow and allow the hits on the CC to bring in. But yeah, both teams having very good drafts at this moment. I mean, Xavier, he does have that range. Just a bit of a late game hero. And that Dawning Light can be super deadly. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, get your votes in. Whose lineup and draft are you favoring going into the second match? Fanaticy clutching in the first victory over Xenagogue. Second match underway.
Welcome
Let's
to
go.
Mobile Legends. 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
Alright, so we do see Fanaticy going for that red buff rotation and Xenagogue, well, going on to the opposite rotation, also going for the red buff. So we will see that potential early game gank onto the XP lane, and for Fanaticy that early game gank on to the gold lane, because you want that Brody not to get fed early on and allow the Ruby to get some of our items up.
True, and there's also this... I'm sorry? I was waiting for you to talk earlier, which was why I wasn't talking. But there is a contestation here around the Letho. I'm not managing to get it. It's beautiful still coming out from the Xavier. As the contest for control going on in the mid lane still continues.
Yeah, well, both teams just pretty much setting up for that early game gang. But looking at Dyroth, he's doing a lot of damage onto the Esmeralda. But Esmeralda does have that moon shield to get away. And I mean, the later the game goes, the better the shield for Esmeralda. So it's going to be a tricky situation fight between the Dyroth and the Esmeralda. But Blue currently holding his own, keeping Tata at quarter health. But look at Danny, he's coming for that rotation. He is level 4. Will we see that deadly catch coming in? We do see the second skill and the first skill combo coming in from Bane. However, Dyroth, oh, deadly catch has been committed. Just slows Dyroth off the play onto Bane and Esmeralda. But in the top lane, we do see Fanaticy going for that rotation onto the gold lane gank, but not being successful just yet. Matilda does have that Matilda airwaves available.
As the first turtle of the match does spawn right now, and it seems like Fanaticy has the overall positioning, but actually just giving leeway to Xenagogue right now.
Star press coming in from Changi. The Dawning Light into the mix. The deadly catch has also been committed. Oh, but Matilda steals the first turtle of this match. We do see the first blood coming in for Ruby onto the Hylos. Oh my word, coming in for full rotation, leaving that gold lane behind, but a beautiful rotation just to secure the first objective and also obtaining the first blood. But we do see, oh, Matilda with the circling eagle onto Brody. Ruby is onto the mix as well. Well, we see that I'm offended. The star press comes in from Changi and continues the damage onto Jolin. But Ruby picks up a second kill. So at the 3-minute mark, it's a 2-4-0 exchange, and having that 800 gold lead at this moment of time.
Once again, Fanaticy is doing extremely well in the early game section of this match. This might be a bit of bad news for the side of Xenagogue, but it's still so early in the match, no one can really tell which way the game will go so far. But it just seems like Blue is doing a nice job on the invading.
Well, yeah, Blue is pretty much, that's what we know Blue to do, especially with the distraction plays and focusing onto the objectives and the jungle invades. But we do see a Kai and Matilda rotating back to the top lane. Bane is going for that rotation onto the bot lane, but Karma, it seems like Karma has sensed what is going on. We do see the Hylos coming in for the rotation. We do see that first skill committed from the Jaggy. Oh, but the heavy spin has been committed onto Hylos. He is spinned against the wall, and Shaggy gets that star press and takes Hylos down. It's a 1-0 exchange. Bane gets that deadly catch onto Cupcake and pops the retry, but Chaggy does survive this encounter.
But with him using the retry just 15 seconds before the second turtle of the game, this does give Fanaticy a bit of the upper hand. But once again, there's going to be an engagement here onto Karma. Matilda and Ren already onto him, but he manages to escape quite nicely. One thing going for Karma is always his good sense of map awareness.
Yeah, well, Karma, it seems like he has been doing that beautiful map awareness plays, especially if you look at the rotation coming in. Oh, but we do see the star press coming in from Changi once more. The second lord of this match is down so low. We do see Ren going in and he gets the second total of the match. A glorious pathway has been committed. Dyros has been taken down by the Hylos. Fanaticy continuing the fight here. Will Changi, oh, the heavy spin coming in from Akai, just pushing away Tata. But we do see the star press coming in. Owen Brody gets that revenge kill onto the Ruby. Ruby has been sent back to the fountain. Oh, but this dawning light comes in and allows Brody to finish off Matilda. And that we will see the first tier 1 turret get taken down in favor of Xenagogue. It's currently a 3-for-3.
Xenagogue switching gears for the second match of the game. And doing also once again a beautiful invade. Bane managing to get as well. It seems like Fanaticy has to play a bit more safely in this match. The gold amount is relatively equal, 100 difference every now and then.
The gold is balanced out. I mean, that is exactly what Xenagogue wanted. They wanted to win the early game team fight. That's exactly what they did. So Fanaticy, they are looking for the pick-offs, and Xenagogue is favoring the team fights. But let's see how this does play out. We do see the pressure onto the mid lane. Dyroth trying to get the lane cut as well. I mean, star press from Changi, resetting every 30 seconds. It's so annoying.
It absolutely is, but there is a build that you can actually go with your emblems alone that at level 1, level 4, your ultimate can have 18-second cooldown.
That's crazy. That honestly is crazy. That's cooked. But yeah, we do. There's 2 engagements currently happening. Dyroth against Esmeralda, and we do see both teams rotating to the bot lane. Dyroth not favoring this battle against the Esmeralda at this moment. I mean, Tata is just sustaining through everything. Oh, but the glorious pathway has been committed from Hylos. Just trying to get that opening. Fanaticy is getting the zoning in here onto Tata, onto Xenagogue. They don't want to allow this rotation to come in. Oh, Dyros gets the kill onto Xavier. Oh my word, the engagement continues. The star press coming in from Changi. Tata currently at quarter health, but does pop the shield. Brody is left alone to farm in the top lane, and that is a tier 2 turret taken down in favor of Xenagogue. They should be careful of allowing this Karma to farm like this, but we do see the deadly catch coming in from Bane. However, the star press coming in from Changi once more, and Ruby gets the kill onto Bane. Brody is into the mix here. Will we see that torn apart memories? Oh no, set just yet. The glorious pathway has been committed. We do see Brody getting the stack ups. Oh, getting on a killing spree as Cupcake has been eliminated. Oh my word, this is so much action so early.
Definitely, they're playing way more aggressively than they did in the previous match right now. But as you said, the side of Fanaticy really has to be careful with Brody farming so quickly. But also the fact with him still pushing, just taking down a tier 2 turret as well. Beautiful engagement here onto the Ren right now. He's dealing a lot of damage so early into the game. And Scar has to be careful.
Yeah, well, Brody definitely packing a punch now at this moment. But we do see the star press coming in from Changi. Does do some damage onto Brody, but Brody doesn't retreat. Oh, we do see Ruby is into the mix as well. Oh, the deadly catch coming in from Bane. Will we see? Oh, the dawning light just barely misses Coco Pops at that moment. We do see the glorious pathway has been committed. The star press coming in from Changi as well. We do see the full team currently committing. Oh, but Brody gets that torn apart memory. Dyroth has been taken down, and Bane finishes the job onto Kai. And the dawning light from Xavier finishes off Matilda. That's a 3-for-0 exchange. Oh, deadly catch into the mix once more. Coco Pop's taking a lot of damage. The torn apart memory. Oh, Jolin is pretty much on point with this dawning light, getting yet another snipe. That made it a 4-for-0 exchange. Oh my word. Fanaticy are currently trailing behind with a 2.5k gold lead. First Lord of the match going in favor of Xenagogue.
Red team has slain the Lord.
And this Dawning Light once again doing a lot of damage right now. Tata and Karma also managing to get a few kills once again into the mix right now. The tankiness coming out from Xenagogue is giving so much problems to the side of Fanaticy, and they don't have the damage to deal with it just yet. And they're falling thanks to the damage coming out from the Brody and the Xavier.
Yeah, Brody is at this moment carrying hard for the side of Xenagogue. Looking at that 5-1 and 4, it's a beautiful blaze coming in from Karma. But I mean, we do know Karma is deadly, but we do see the engagement onto Brody, and this is a shutdown kill. Scarp's curse lands, and Brody has been eliminated.
That was well done coming out from the Deereth with this Abysm Strike, and what I'm loving from this Chunga is even though they're in this bad situation, the minions keep piling up and she just keeps decimating them. They will be able to take down this Lord also without a hitch right now. Heron also once again doing a nice job at scouting them out, but gets caught out as well.
The glorious pathway has been committed. I'm offended from Ruby coming into the mix. However, Hylos is sustaining the damage. Oh, but look at that burst damage coming through from, who was that? Coco Pops. Oh, Hylos just being able to pop that heal. But we do see Bane into the mix as well. That Dawning Light coming in. Oh, so much damage being dealt with that Dawning Light. Xavier is so close to one-shotting Fanaticy, as we do see a tier 2 turret has been taken down. Deadly Catch has been committed. We do see the heavy spin coming in from Akai. Oh, but look at that. Danny gets taken down by the Star Press coming in from Changi. However, Blue has been eliminated. The Dyroth, Brody doing the finishing off, picking up a double kill as Ruby has been eliminated as well. That's a 2-for-1 exchange. We do see the engagement onto Brody. The Circling Eagle was committed, but Brody escaping that Circling Eagle. Scar will get taken down by Karma once more. Boom, 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 boom. It's time for elevator music. Boom, 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 boom.
Blue team base turret has
This
been
definitely
destroyed.
even seems to be... Oh, no, it was almost the ending angle there if it was not for the extra minions that come out. But Xenagogue managing to take down the mid inhibitor turret. This puts a lot of pressure onto the side of Fanaticy. The next load is going to be up and running in 30 seconds. And right now, Fanaticy doesn't seem to have an answer right now. Beautiful engagement once again. Glorious pathway onto Coco Pops. Dawning Light once again into the mix. And Heavy Spin just isolating a Kai from his teammates. Meteor Shower coming out from the Chunga, but the side of Fanaticy is dropping like flies. It's going to be 4-for-0 exchange right now. And Xenagogue managed to lock into the base. I think this is not going to be an ending angle. They do not have any minions.
Yeah, well, Changi, I've been calling it the Star Press, but the Meteor Shower coming in from Changi once more, but that's a killing spree for the Bane. GG's well played. Xenagogue getting one up onto Fanaticy. We will be seeing that Brody respect band. Definitely, I'm calling it.
Absolutely. I mean, he picked a Hanabi for the previous match, and then it seemed like the side of Fanaticy started to underestimate his marksman skills.
Yeah, so Akai picking up the MVP run for the side of Fanaticy, and Tata picking up the MVP with the Esmeralda for the side of Xenagogue. I would have definitely given that to the Brody, but yeah, that's just me. But the Moonton gets to decide who gets MVP.
Well, we all know Moonton isn't perfect.
So at this moment, the team that has first pick pretty much loses.
Interesting.
It was a good performance from Xenagogue, finishing the game in quite a decent time frame, 12.5 minutes in. They had the team composition, they knew what they wanted to do with it, and they went for it. Will we see the respect bands coming through in the next matchup? I think we definitely will, but right now it's 1 apiece. So as a very minimum, we're going into the 4th game.
I'm just waiting for that final ready up.
Seems Looks like everyone's ready.
Alright, well, let's go. Seems like
Oh. Once again, Fanaticy is going to make it to a minimum of 4 matches like Waylander said, and if this goes to all 5 matches, this evening is going to get even more interesting.
Yeah, well, there is the potential for that to happen. The teams are sticking with that Angela ban, right? After this recent update, Angela, she's not a little cute doll anymore. She's a monster. She's like a Chucky. Like the female. What's the female Chucky called?
I have no idea.
The Bride of Chucky.
I think it was before my time. The Bride of?
The Bride of Chucky. I know the movie's called The Bride of Chucky. Well, you gotta broaden some horizons here. You know, Chucky has been traumatizing little kids for generations. I think they even have like a recent movie of Chucky. But anyway, well, let's not keep comparing the Angela to Chucky and consider what's happening in the draft here. It's the Lancelot being removed from the equation. Definitely one to get rid of very early. Lance, as we know, very good jungle clear.
Let's hear from the crowd.
Excellent at achieving neutral objectives. Well, CC, a definite respect ban from the first matchup.
Definitely, I don't think Xenagogue will be able to forget that CC for a while. And next ban coming out from the side of
I will
Fanaticy
choose my own
is going to be an
Team
Arlet.
is banning.
Tata has been playing some good heroes on the XP lane, and Arlet is definitely one of them.
Yes. Tata has done an excellent job with that a lot throughout the tournament so far. And well, a lot of these players, you can get your homework done on them right now, and which is what the teams have been doing. We see that a lot in the drafts and the bans coming through.
Sure, I mean, like you said earlier, this is the lower bracket finals. You definitely need to put in a lot of preparation for it, because your amount of preparation and hard work does determine the place and spot that you get into the rankings.
Your team is banning.
And as Sky Guy, Annabelle would have been a better pick than Chucky. I don't think that was the Bride of Chucky, but Annabelle would have been a definitely better pick. I think we shall change Angela's name to Annabelle. It also goes with an A.
True, my mom always compares Angela to Annabelle, so...
It fits. She's a monster right now. It's so hard to deal with her.
True, especially with that extremely low cooldown on her ultimate right now, so you can just spam, especially if you have a phobias like Fanaticy did, and then you can just stay in a team fight for much longer than your opponents. But the bans coming out were the Basha and Grok and Danny once again just snatching up the Bane.
Yeah, since the buff, a lot of people have been picking up that
Butterfly is
the
born
Zushin
by thy
pick,
wish,
going for the Zushin pick
guided
nice and early.
by lantern's
That is,
light.
I would say, a preventative pick. So when you lock onto the Zushin, it's going to make you stop and think if you're the side of Xenagogue. Are you going to go for the high loss? Can you go with the Esme picks? Anything that's those tanky, sustained frontliners. Zushin just eats them up.
Exactly, which was a good play coming out from Cupcake here. But Cocoa Pops is probably going to switch out with someone. But if the side of Xenagogue is going to go once again with the tanky lineup, the side of Fanaticy will definitely need some tank killers.
My mission is to protect
Your
lives.
team is picking.
Ooh. A combo coming through here. The Hylos Zushin. They work very, very nicely together, or with one another, should I say. But what XP lane would you want to pair this with if you're the side of Fanaticy?
I think a Khalid or Lapu Lapu wouldn't be too bad. But
Now, Lapo would be very good.
Which one would you suggest? Seeing that this is once again one of those teaching lesson
is the
moments.
proof that I'm still
I'd
alive.
actually go with the Lapu. Gives you the option to dive the backline. Especially with the Celian and the Brody being picked up, right? Brody does have a dash away, does have flicker, but you're not really gonna melt through a Lapu. And when he gets that full combo on you, he literally forces everybody to run away from that backline. One of the problems that Fanaticy faced in that second match was the lack of backline dive. So when they engaged on the front line just did such a nice job zoning away that if you think about it, right, both Brody and me and Xavier, they were hardly touched in that game because the front line did that job. You're gonna need a backline diver. He can work to that effect to a certain degree. He can control and get himself into the backline and cause a bit of chaos. So Glue might not be a bad option into this mix. What do you think?
I think Glue would work nicely, but if you want backline dive, I would have suggested something like a Hayabusa, just to be able to get to the Sicilian and Brody. But the thing is, they're playing with relatively high ping, so a Hayabusa might not be the best pick.
No, Hayabusa is not the hero that you need all that fast fingers for. I know it seems like he needs fast fingers, which to a certain degree, yes, but it's not like the fastest fingers that you need for a Hayabusa. Hayabusa is just about timing. What you really want is frontliners like a Hylos, like a Glue, who are gonna go in, cause a bunch of chaos the moment the skills are baited out. And you know which skill you're really worried about. Be it the deadly catch from the Bane or the second skill from the Brody, that's all you're waiting for. The moment that skill, the one that's gonna cause the problems, is been committed, then you go in. He's an assassin, so you have to play him like an assassin. It's all about patience, all about timing.
Indeed so. And Tata getting the last ban, fully utilizing that 50 seconds, gonna go for the Akai. He definitely does not want to see Ren's Akai again, because even the second match, Akai was doing a lot of problems. The only problem was the Fanaticy didn't have enough damage to really follow up.
Yeah, and he was winning actually all the Retri battles. Akai didn't lose one. Except maybe the first turtle from yesterday. I'm saying yesterday, from the last game, which was Matilda, I think, who secured that. But like in terms of whenever the objective was being contested, Ren on the Akai is deadly in terms of managing to land that Retri combo.
Exactly. So with the Akai getting out of the mix, he's gonna go for first gen. They're gonna go with a tanky lineup this time.
Yeah, definitely. Carry being removed from the equation, no ability to pick up the Lunox. But Dung, definitely one that could work in this particular match. Has the ability to just CC everybody up. Because you're going to need a little bit of control. But maybe, I'm not sure. I think if you're going to go for the Ruby, you might as well pick up... not sure about the Kali. Maybe the Gato would be nice here. Because if you look at it, right, again, how are you going to get into the backline and it's still Coco Pops to lock onto the marksman?
A Gato would be better here because he paired nicely with the Ruby, going in with the I'm Offended, and then Danny coming in with his Deadly Catch and Brody finishing them off. The lead wouldn't be so effective in my opinion. Coco Pops definitely has I think a lot is going to be dependent on the choice that Coco Pop is going to make here with the marksman.
Yes. The Granger is still available. Might be a decent pick in such a situation. I'm not sure about the Nathan or Nathan. I'm not sure how you pronounce it.
I always just say Nathan. It's just easier that way.
Yes.
But it does seem like he's gonna go for the Clint. Clint is pretty good against the Brody. He deals a lot of damage as well, and he has that second skill that also stuns the enemy if he aims it well. So not too bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle of level 4s for the two. of them. Brody will have that advantage level 1 to 3. The moment Clint gets to level 4, he hits that power spike that gives him range. So you can start spamming the ultimate using that passive of his, just getting it procced so that he can actually outrange the Brody. Because what Brody does have in his favor is the range.
Yes. And especially if he goes in with the abyssal marks. And if the Clint has all 4 of them, he needs to play so safe to consistently avoid those
5
marks.
seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
Yeah.
All troops deployed.
They have the wrong transition screen up. So it is 1-1. We are starting up here with the Kali doing what a Kali does best. He is, at this moment in time, maybe the best roamer in this early part of the game. Look at the mobility. Just goes in there, causing a bunch of chaos. It's almost level 2 already. Zushin, however, doing what a Zushin does best. It's just zoning the Sicilian away.
That is the one thing that makes Zushin the most annoying mage ever since she came out, and she always keeps that title because sometimes you just can't move when she's near.
Yes. Especially if you're a low mobility frontliner. It's so difficult.
Once again, the contest here for the mid lane controls just keeps continuing. Letho does go to the side of Xenagogue as both teams are Khalid. Khalid is playing at a bit of dangerous hands right now.
Well, he's got that mobility and the second skill to sustain flicker as well if necessary. So he has the ability to be aggressive. What he wants to do is use that 4-second cooldown to just keep on scouting, just keep on building up that XP and gold. You can see he's already level 3, whereas the high loss is level 2. Going in, wants to get a bit of poke, but gets taunted up by the Brethren, has to force that flicker away. So no flicker available for this first turtle of the game. Glue being forced back underneath his turret. He's gonna try to get to level 4 soon. Both the XP laners quite close. I think they have the time to try to get to that level 4. It's a bit of a slower paced match, this third game.
I think that's also because of how much tanks they have, and so you need to build up the sustainability, but you're also sustainable from the beginning. No one is dying.
Yeah, there's the deadly catching onto 3, but then Glue with a split of Predator. He's into the front line here, but they're getting CC'd up. The armor fended comes through. Glue getting pulled back once more. Oh, but he hits. That combo doesn't manage to take anybody down. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. Everybody quite low. They're going to have to disengage. That appraisers are after doing a lot of damage.
And Fanaticy also starting up the turtle so far. Jolin and Parrot wants to keep the vision as the pause screen once again visits us.
Yeah, well, it's been a while. We actually managed to get to 2 games without the pause screen. So, it was bound to come sometime.
Fair enough, but I definitely did not miss the pause screen.
Yeah. It's like those, those some people that maybe in your school. When they're there. But when they're not there, you definitely don't miss them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about, Lotus. You have that idea in your head. You may not want to say it on this live stream.
Okay.
We're back into the mix. Okay, we were back into the mix. What's going on here?
Not entirely sure. Waiting on the refs to notify what's wrong.
From what I can see, everybody's moving.
The question is, are they moving in the direction? Are they moving in the direction they want to?
It looks like it.
It does seem that one of Xenagogue's members are lagging, but we're back into the mix. Let's stay back in the mix.
Nice displacement coming out from the Zushin here. There's the deadly catch. But I think there's a little bit of a wasted deadly catch, if I'm going to be honest. Not close enough to try to get any particular steal or knock back onto anybody. Quick rotations coming in from the Zushin and Hylos. They want to go and put a lot of pressure here onto the gold lane, knowing Brody was so deadly in the second matchup. They were trying to create the space for themselves. Khalid, is he going to walk here? Oh my goodness. He just peeked towards the bush and he was like, no. I think that's going to be dangerous for me.
And right, he was, and Karma at least still not having any problems so far in his lane. Both of the marksmen doing a pretty good job at farming but not feeding. It's only been 4 minutes into the match so far. It felt much longer after seeing the pause screen.
Yeah, well, I think the pause must have added about a minute or so when it comes down to it. But this is, as I was saying earlier on, it's a very patient build-up from both teams. They're playing a very objective-based game, trying to get that gold and farm lead as best they can. Though the wave here is being kept nicely on the side of Karma. But it looks like there's going to be a tiny skirmish here in the jungle. Kali once more with a flicker, forcing that out as they pick the ruby up. That Zushin is being properly annoying to the frontliners for Xenagogue. It looks like they do not want to go for the tunnel. There's a glorious pathway. They're going to get the stun onto Brody underneath the tunnel. Will we see the follow-up dive? Yes, we do. It's a full follow-up. Oh, but the sandstorm not on the mark. Bat's Feast does come out. Sanguine Claws was on point, but Ren should be able to walk this off. He will be afraid when he heals back so quickly. And they get it in time to actually deal with the contest for this turtle as well. So nice rotation. Oh, Fredrin, he walks into the ruby. She does have that armor Fredrin. He's trying to tank through all of this. The deadly catch does come in. Hello, Bernali. But Kali into the background. Braces Rat lands from Ren, but he's so low. Can he deal with? Oh my goodness, the flicker from this the ruby. Somehow, oh, Ruby does manage to get the kill, but she's going to get taken down in response. Khalid trying to rotate away from this, but let's play from Clint in the mid lane, making the rotation across and securing another kill. So that's 2 kills to the good for the side of, 2 to 1, should I say, for the side of Fanaticy.
And once again, the engagement is here onto the Brody, but Deadly Catch managing to save him just in time, and the damage coming out from Brody is so far good, almost taking down Cupcake.
Yeah, almost. But I think that was a lot of safety there with that Deadly Catch. Just using it to keep Brody alive. He was being engaged upon. Clint is dishing out the damage as well. But it looks like, once again, whichever team is going to pick first, not having the nicest of time. Blue scouting out the bushes, just wants to get a bit of poke in there. Has the split and grab available. This turtle being not pulled, but started by Fredrin. He's gonna reset. The wave pressure is on the mid lane. Once more, Clint has made the rotation. He has the extra man, glues into the back line here, gets the split off. He wants to land the grab onto somebody. Oh, Ruby gets pulled back, but the deadly catch was deadly as they managed to get the setup. As the Crimson Lance does come out, the fight is continuing. Nobody dead just yet, but the Clint, he's there dishing out the damage as he sets up 3 like skittled in a bowling alley, knocked down. So Turtle and 3 kills to the count, going the way of Fanaticy.
Just after the 7-minute mark, it's going to be 7-2 in the favor of Fanaticy, and they managed to secure a 1k gold lead. But for this amount of kill difference, I'm surprised that the gold gap is still so little.
Yeah, well, a lot of those kills, 3 of those kills came very recently. If you think about it, there's the engagement. Once more, split off. The Sandstorm comes in there, just trying to counter engage, but no, it's gonna be unstoppable for Cupcake on that Zushin.
Cupcake is definitely someone that the side of Xenagogue have to watch out, but Brody has been also doing a beautiful job getting the tower for his team here in the bottom lane just a few minutes ago. just making sure to keep the map control a bit on the even side, but it's difficult with the way that Fanaticy is starting to play a little bit more aggressively by the minute.
Yeah. You know what Scarpy said, right? He said, like, because the teams have to do those, the verification, get to see what they look like. Cupcake, it looks a little bit like if Gets, one of our casters, had a younger brother. I don't know if that's true, but I'm going with it.
Yeah, it's not entirely true. I can see why they said it, but it's not too true.
I see. Well, hopefully soon, right, we'll be able to have a place where you get to see everybody live at a venue. That would be nice in the future, but we get to see Sanguine Claws onto 2. There's the Arm Offended coming through there with the glorious pathway. We see the counter engage going on. But Trent, he's dishing out the damage. Brody, however, melts down 2. That's a 2-for-nothing exchange with this, the Lord being up. Fredden is there. He's gonna try to force everybody back. He doesn't want them to start this up. But Ruby, she's just zoning that Fred away. I don't think they can go in for the contest here. They're gonna have to sacrifice this. Fred being just controlled. There's the deadly catch. He gets blown up as Khalid escapes with just a sliver of HP. There's no way to contest for this. I think they should have just left it.
Yeah, they should have, but once again, beautiful plays coming out from Xenagogue, managing to use Fanaticy's aggressiveness to their own advantage and taking the Lord as well.
Yeah, so this game is very, very balanced, I will say. The Lord does give Xenagogue the slight advantage right now, but will this translate into turrets? That's what we need to see. Hylos taking quite a bit of poke damage here, being forced back, but there's the glue. The counter engage is on here. Hylos, he's gonna get blown up there. Oh no, my goodness, he's gonna survive somehow. The deadly catch into the mix. There's Armor Fended onto the glue. Kali, he prayed himself back to health, and so that's a 1-for-1 exchange. But it's the marksman that's been taken down. So we will see turrets fall thanks to the Lord. But will this mid lane be taken out? I think they do have the ability to pressure it in. So even though they did lose the marksman, Xenagogue in a healthy position right now.
Definitely, they also managed to get a tier 2 turret here in the top lane and the golden shield as well. And with so much pressure here in the bottom lane, Fanaticy is not having a good time despite the kill lead because they're behind in gold. Beautiful armor fending coming out from Ruby. Appraises Wrath also into the mix. Jolan doing a lot of damage here with the Bat's Feast. Crimson Adder as well into the mix. Seems like Heron is gonna fall. The side of Xenagogue definitely has to disengage right now.
Red team turret has been destroyed. Might have overstayed a little bit. They want to get in on towards that Brody and Bane. But Xenagogue losing a couple of players here and there, but achieving the map control that they wanted. All tier 1 and tier 2 turrets down.
And like you always say, it's the turrets that win the game, not the kills.
Yeah, exactly. Hylos taking a lot of damage. He's gonna get blown up there as Glue cuts that split. He's gonna get taken down as well. Sicilian coming online, definitely starting to hurt. That was a little bit of overextension, shall we say, from the side of Fanaticy that put them in a bit of danger. So they're going to have to be a bit patient, reset. There's no reason to try to force anything out. When they land their combos and everybody is there as a full 5-man, they seem to come out on top in those particular engagements. But right now, having your front line pushing so far in front can prove to be problematic. That's what you got to see.
Yep, and right now, just past the 12-minute mark, the side of Xenagogue managed to secure a 3k gold lead. And with the next Lord coming up, it's gonna be a bit on the difficult side for Fanaticy to contest.
Yeah, Brody doing a good job there, getting that bot lane pushed in. Zushin just wants to zone everyone away. They need this to create the time for Clint to make the rotation across, because they are at a disadvantage in terms of numbers. But nicely done there from Zushin and Hylos, just setting and resetting that objective. Just making sure that Clint is close by. He is one of their main sources of damage. This Lord Dance, a real proper Lord Dance, but now there's the Revitalize. I'm saying the Revitalize, the Conceal Play coming out from the high loss. When Glue gets taken out, there's just too much damage in here. Clint, he was busy taking the red buff. And with that now, it just didn't have your damage dealer close by. Lack of communication from the side of Fanaticy could have caused a bit of a problem, as it's going to be a 4-for-nothing exchange. It's only Zushin left alive to defend this. This is a winning angle. I think this is going to be game done. As Zushin is trying to defend this, but there's no way it's going to be Xenagogue taking the lead 2-1.
That was amazing.
Victory!
Xenagogue actually managed to make an entire comeback despite struggling in the early game, get the gold lead that they need, and just finish the entire game.
Yeah, well done to them. Very well done to them. This particular game.
Absolutely, and Fanaticy also did extremely well. It was just when the power spike started to come in for the side of Xenagogue, it was difficult to deal with.
Yeah, but a lot of it was, I think, just a bit of impatience as well from the side of Fanaticy. They had the options to. It was like your damage dealers were not close by when those engages were happening. Like especially there, Clint was busy with the red buff. Team went in, and your team went in, and you don't have any form of damage. How do you expect to win that particular fight?
So Xenagogue playing for match point now.
Yeah, Xenagogue playing for match point.
They have been playing actually so well this entire tournament, and seeing them here in the lower bracket finals, they're definitely not disappointing.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. So this is going to be 2-1 in the favor of Xenagogue. As we said, this is match point. We'll be waiting for the teams to get ready. And then we'll be heading into the fourth and potentially final game of the evening.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Karma to get back online. I see his network is bothering him a bit.
Well, you know, the network problems always are. I'm so glad not to be on any cell phone network when it comes to anything right now. Fiber is the way. The technology just allows the internet signal to be so stable.
Yeah. Okay, so Fanaticy is ready, just waiting on Xenagogue.
And then we can go into the fourth match. And if Fanaticy manages to win this fourth match, we will be able to go into the fifth match of this entire tournament.
Well, let's see what happens. So far, the early games have all been going the way of Fanaticy. With Xenagogue, they show this discipline that's necessary to bring things back. And we saw in this third matchup how well they can do that. I think all the players are ready, so you can press that start button.
And then into the drafting phase we can go.
Yeah, so Fanaticy with the first ban. My question is, are they going to learn their lesson and finally respect that Brody?
I definitely hope that they learn to do so, but even if it isn't the Brody, we have seen Coco Pop's, oh wait, I'm getting my heroes mixed, Karma on the Clint, and even on Obsidio, which he got a savage with just a few evenings ago.
Yes, so I mean, Karma does have a beautiful lineup, but Fanaticy sticking with what they've been banning out the Arlot as a first ban pick. Well, yeah, first ban.
And Xenagogue gonna go also follow the same pattern, going with the Angela. Or like Way wants to call her now, the Annabelle.
Annabelle is nowhere near as sweet as Angela. But, yeah. So, Bane getting removed from the equation. So, there we go. That's a respect ban coming in from Fanaticy. Yeah, it's difficult because now, depending on your ban. Okay, so Xenagogue sticking with their bans, banning out the Bakshi as well. So, will we see that Grok ban coming in from Fanaticy? Or will we mix it a bit up?
But this is gonna be interesting. The first 3 matches, Bane has been featured the entire time. This is the first time that he will not be featuring in this best of 5 series.
Thorns remain.
It's quite weird seeing the Bane ban. But yeah, Fanaticy sticking with that Lancelot ban, so no Lancelot, and Xenagogue definitely respecting that CC. So this does open up the potential. Oh, Coco Pops saying, look, I want to show you what I can do with the Brody. Will Coco Pops set in on the Brody?
Definitely possible, but do you really want to go for a marksman first pick, because then you can easily get countered?
Well, this is definitely going to be a steal pick. Yeah, it's a steal pick. They don't want Karma to pick up the Brody once more. Yeah, look, we know Karma does have different picks, but Obsidia is not going to be viable against the Brody, so that does cancel out the Obsidia for Karma. So that does leave Clint for Karma, but yeah, I mean, do you honestly want to have a Clint against the Brody?
Are everlasting.
No, I think it would be better if you went with the Granger. Aerithel might be okay, but I wouldn't recommend an Aerithel.
There we go. Jolin picking up the Sicilian. Harren showing us that Grok. So the Grok being left open. Xenagogue says thank you for leaving our hero open. And we will be bringing in the Grok as Harren does set on the Grok. So Titanic Charge, walls. It's beautiful. We've seen Harren doing a lot of beautiful things with this Grok. Cupcake, Scar with the response for the side of Fanaticy. It's difficult. I would say because if you're going to look at the combination that they want to pair with the Grok, you've got the Gargacha, you've got the Bedang. So if I was Fanaticy, I would definitely pick up the Phoveus, even though they don't have the Angela. But pair it with something else that heals with the Phoveus. But yeah, look, anything can still happen. Cupcake and Scar, the timer is counting down. Ren picking up Lapu Lapu, and Cupcake goes with the Kimi.
To be honest, there's a lot riding on this match for the side of Fanaticy, so they're definitely gonna take their time with the picks and bans, because if they lose this match, they are out. But Karma gonna go for the pick that's not actually suggested pick, Obsidia.
Yeah, well, I mean, when it comes down, if you look at it, right, 1-on-1 against the Brody, it's not going to be a great time. The only thing that Brody needs to do is just poker and play poker face, poke, evade, poke, evade, poke, evade. But when it comes down to team fights, Obsidia, she's got a lot to deal with, but I mean, looking at the Kimi does shred through the Obsidia fast, so I'm honestly not loving the Obsidia at this moment. And Lapu with that bravest fighter can Obsidia doesn't love hard stuns, so Lapu could be deadly, especially coming into the team fights if you focus onto the back line. Obsidia loves to be at the back line, especially with the Sicilian, so Lapu is a good pick for the side of Fanaticy. But I mean, both drafts currently strong. Uranus getting banned out from the side of Fanaticy.
The only problem right now with the side of Xenagogue is they have extremely late game bloomers, with Sicilian needing several stacks before really doing enough damage, and Obsidia also needing that 25 stacks. It's very difficult for her if she has less stacks than that.
Well, she starts coming online when she's got the 15 bone shards, so she needs 15 stacks. And yeah, I mean, pretty much the way to get that quick is gold lane, mid lane, gold lane, mid lane, gold lane, mid lane, because she's got that high mobility, especially with the second skill, that dash. Yeah, so they definitely want Karma to get fed early to get those 15 bone shards, but Danny picking up the Joy as Fredden was banned out, so definitely removing the counter to Joy. But I mean, look, you still have a few heroes here to go against the Joy. Scar and Blue with the final pick. Blue and Blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. Scar showing us Belleric, and Blue showing us Alucard.
Belleric wouldn't be too bad here, but I wouldn't recommend an Alucard. Definitely not an Alucard. Maybe going for the Roger. Roger is a good hero, high mobility, high damage, also able to burst the Grok. And it seems like Scar has decided on the Belleric.
Your team is picking.
So we will see those Wrath of Dryads coming in, and especially Obsidia, being a high crit, high attack speed hero, that's going to proc the Belleric. I've had some bad times against Bellerics, but as long as you've got that range, you are fine. Tata showing us Yuzong. So Yuzong against Lapu Lapu, it's one of those clutch plays, but yeah, okay. This was the combination, one of the combinations that I was talking about as Bedang gets picked up from the side of Xenagogue. So Xenagogue has got a beautiful combination team. They've got CC, they've got stuns, and they've got that backline diver, aka Joy, with the electro beats. Fanaticy, well, they've got a strong draft as well. Brody, Kimmy does shred through and does a lot of damage, and Roger there to take down the tank. Or tanks, potentially, depending on how Bedang is going to build, and Scar with the Belleric. So this does conclude the fourth match's draft. Xenagogue playing for that match point. Will they take this 3-2-1, or will Xenagogue take us into that sudden death round? Wouldn't that just be a cracker of an evening? I feel that would complete the evening if Fanaticy gets the one up here and take us into that sudden death, because there's nothing more entertaining than sudden death round.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
That's
All troops
they
deployed.
add a little extra degree of pressure to the whole situation. Oh, but looks like okay, Grok is moving. Thought he wasn't moving. Thought we might have a little bit of a pause, but so far, so good. Scar with the scout out. Different rotation coming in from the side of Xenagogue. So it's just all about getting that scout going if you're going to be a roamer right now. You got to pick the right side of the jungle just to check so that you can get a little bit of bonus XP.
Yeah, bro, that does come down to it, because I mean, Moonton is pushing the roams to learn early game rotations early on, because it does come with extra value added benefits. So, but we do see the wall coming up from Grok, just keeping Kimmy away. We do see some of the skills get popped off onto Kimmy, but Cupcake is fairly safe.
Yeah. Well, Kimmy has a decent degree of mobility. The counter jungling being done by Roger. He wants to go and uses that retribution. He's gonna turn around, gets a bit of poke onto the Grok. Grok trying to escape here, has to flicker over the wall, so no flicker will be available. Meanwhile, pressure being placed onto the mid lane. Kimmy forcing the Sicilian back, and so Sicilian will you'll have the time to heal and get back into position, but will not be in position early, shall we say. There's the Joy, wants to go in, has that electro beats, goes in onto the Lapu. Lapu has to flicker back to safety, but Joy is quite low, has to retreat himself as Roger sensing the opportunity to get a pickoff onto the Joy. Ooh, there's going to be the pause.
What? is this pause about? Bro, you had to jinx us. You had to jinx us.
Well, it looked like Grok was staying a little bit stationary there at the first moment in time. I was like, what's happening? What's happening? But then he did move. I will say this, right? I know we may not appreciate the pauses that come through. Think of it like in football terms. It's like there was a free kick about to be given. A foul was committed. This is like those free kick moments. Having these extra referees keeps the game as fair as we possibly can have it.
Quick prediction. Do you think Roger is going to catch this joy?
Depends on whether he figures out if she's in the right bush. Because he is in human form at this moment in time. He can ulti over the wall and Lycan pounce into the bush. He will be able to get the kill. It'll be a Lycan pounce and a basic attack.
Well, she is busy recalling, so it's literally a moment of time. So yeah, just past the 2-minute mark, no kills yet for both sides. Yeah, and gold fairly even.
Exactly. Everything is pretty much even. The drafts, though, are quite interesting. If you look at the side of Fanaticy, the longer this game goes on, I think the better they will do. Granted, there is an Obsidia and a Sicilian for the side of Xenagogue, who are late game scalers, and they scale very, very well into the late game. But you're going to be up against a triple MM combination with Roger, Kimmy, and Brody. So a triple MM combination as you head into the late game is tough to deal with.
Yeah, well, you've got the Obsidia that can shred through any MM late game, and shred through tanks, but depending on if you have the correct build. But if I can remember correctly, sorry, if I can remember correctly, Karma does go for that Skypiercer build on the Obsidia. So yeah, bro, this is it's difficult because it's going to come down to team fights and who does better with the team fights. And I think Fanaticy is going to be very reliant on their front line, especially the likes of the Belleric and then the reinitiation from the Lapu Lapu. And just trying to get the dive on to the back line. But the key focus point here would be to get the late game heroes like Sicilian and Obsidia, keep the pressure onto them and not allowing them to get those stacks. And well, likewise from the side of Xenagogue. Okay.
Fair enough. On any marksman.
All right.
Except
ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to restart this match. It's going to be same picks, same bans. Unfortunately, someone logged into one of Xenagogue's players' account, and now he can't get back into the tournament lobby or into the tournament map. So we need to restart.
That is a wholly stupid thing to do.
All right, well, let's get this surrender popped off.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Okay, granted, we are going to be doing that. It shouldn't be that way. If we're going to be doing stupid things like this, there's consequences to be paid.
Victory!
This is incredibly dumb.
Yeah, well, bro, that's what can we say? What can we say? It's let's not make too much comment about it. now my question is, right now, obviously, especially with this happened, and now that we know there's a breach that someone can log into different people's accounts, I think a verification should be done as well. And this honestly is a waste of time.
Well, let's switch it from 10 ban to 6. And just speak to the players there very quickly. And then we'll head back into the game. But in the meantime, we'll have the pause screen up and running.
Welcome to the battleground, where legends are forged.
That's the only move. The random drive does 9 on 2-3. The major has to be smart to be able to secure this game.
This is Conquerors of Dawn.
Big moves, I'm that dude. Bet I see you from the top, yeah, real soon. Looking down on the haters that I've been through. Told them I'll see you later, yeah, big truth. I keep a real good pace. Built a big house, damn, look at that place. Up in my mind, cause that's my space. House so big, full of positive things. And I can't be shook, cause I ain't no rook, man, I wrote the book. Now I teach how to cook them beats like, look, making things look good. I just want trophies, plaques with a whole goal if you know me. Got a gold record on the wall, look closely. Got that record all alone, like lonely. I'm just sick of waiting cause I feel it's frustrating when I always put the hours in. But ain't nobody wanna recognize independence, it threatens their continent. So I chase that bag, trophies are dope but I'd rather have cash. Sitting in the bank cause I paid my tax. Living my life, my way, my path, I go. Move fast, anyone who ain't hitting full gas. Who that, choose that, hard work, that wins, true facts. I'ma go big, grind hard, throw a few jabs. Big hook next to the dome, knock her straight back down to the floor. Anyone in my way smacked, I don't take bad thoughts, no, I remove that. My team got good minds, I can prove that.
I got these dreams that I've been chasing. I've got some things I've been upgrading. No one can stop me from this craving. Chasing, I've got these dreams that I've been chasing. I've got some things I've been upgrading. No one can stop me from this craving. You'll see me at the top one day.
Yo, when it ain't toxic, shut your mouth and pick a different topic. Taking off like a rocket, got that energy, you can call me socket. Doing that boss fish, all I do is focus on increasing that profit. Yeah, I'm on like a faucet, ready to make another deposit. Never been complacent since I was 8, I steady stay chasing. Always winning adjacent, side by side, grind hard in the basement. Ain't no replacement, only one me, yes to the free agent. Cause I go with this payments, otherwise I don't really have any patience. Making that honey, I wanna be something that's more than just money. I wanna teach others and see them becoming a version they never thought. Now they be hunting their goals and their dreams, yeah, all in their reach. They listen to me, the things that I preach, and change their whole lives to something belief. And now their own mind is all that they need. I'm loving the journey, got rid of the doubt and the worry. I'm moving no mercy, whatever I get I'm deserving. I put in the work in, I feel like I'm never done working. I always stay thirsty, cause it keeps me alive when I'm learning.
I got these dreams that I've been chasing. I've got some things I've been upgrading. No one can stop me from this craving. Chasing, I've got these dreams that I've been chasing. I've got some things I've been upgrading. No one can stop me from this craving. You'll see me at the top one day.
Welcome to the battleground, where legends are forged.
That's the only move. The random time does not on 2-3. The major has been smart. Be able to secure this game.
This is Conquerors of Dawn.
Big moves, I'm that dude. Bet I see you from the top, yeah, real soon. Looking down on the haters that I've been through. Told them I'll see you later, yeah, big truth. I keep a real good pace. Built a big house, damn, look at that place. Up in my mind.
Alright, welcome back everybody. My apologies for that delay. It pissed me off a little bit. But anyway, we're back into it. And I'll have the words that I have to have with the players that are guilty
Welcome to
a little
Mobile
later
Legends.
on. But into the game we go once again.
5 seconds till the enemy
Yeah,
reaches the
bro,
battlefield.
starting at the same.
Smash
It's
them.
look at Cupcake sending out a full, how can we say, firework show-off play there.
And there's some nice little items that you pick up from all the different events.
Yeah, indeed so. But we do see the engagement onto Grok. A lot of damage getting placed onto Grok. That does pop the heal from Grok. So Grok wouldn't have that heal coming into the later stages of this match. But look at that, scouting out the Roger. That does give him that extra XP.
Yeah, but look at this from Kimmy. She just almost took first blood onto the Sicilian in the mid lane.
Yeah, well, bro, I mean, that is ideally what you want from the Kimmy. If you pick up a Kimmy, you want that early game advantage. We do see the Sanguine Claws coming in from Sicilian, only onto Belleric, though. But Kimmy just continuing with this outplay displacement and damage coming through. Jolin should be careful.
Yeah, just not allowing any stacks to be built up on the Sicilian. CC has to recall. I mean, look at this. This is just zoning at its best. Grok tries to help here, but I mean, he's going to be losing a lot of waves, a lot of minions. And it's not just the minions and the gold you're going to be losing in the early game. It's the stacks, because we know Sicilian really needs those stacks.
Yeah, indeed. So we do see the wall coming in from a Grok, keeping Belleric away from that disengagement. But Belleric, we know he can sustain a lot. Getting that taunt onto the Grok. Oh, but the engagement from Kimmy is onto Sicilian. Lycan pounces into the mix, and that's first blood for the Roger as the Rin gets taken down by the Joy with the electro beats.
Yeah, so it looks like they're trying to focus Xenagogue onto this XP lane. But with the mid lane pickoff, I don't know who you think got the better trade.
Blue team has slain the turtle.
Bro, definitely Fanaticy. Looking at who they got the kill on, I mentioned it earlier. You want to keep the Sicilian and Obsidia under tremendous amount of pressure.
Yeah, this battle of the mid lane. Cupcake doing quite a good job here on this Kimmy, but oh, there's the Wrath of Dryads coming out here as the turnaround onto the Joy. She's trying to dash away, but Kimmy is dishing out the damage. Can Joy escape? No, it's a 1-for-1 exchange. But I think again, roam for a jungle. You'd rather have your own die.
Yeah, so Fanaticy definitely winning with these early game exchanges.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sorry,
yeah,
romance, right? But you're gonna have to die. So if somebody's gonna die, it's gonna be you.
Unfortunately, you're the sacrificial lambs. All right, so we do see the pressure getting placed on to the enemy jungle. We see that the jungle invade, but Roger does turn into the Lycan just to get that escape. An unsuccessful invade onto the Joy's jungle at this moment. Obsidia just waiting for Brody to show his face.
Yeah, Joy in the early game is very strong, right? So you gotta be careful when you go for invades with her. The Sanguine Claws onto the Belleric. He is quite low. There's the Lycan Pounce as they manage to get the kill. It's Coco Pops with the Tornaport memory, with Cecilian committing the Bat's Feast, but not having the lockdown just to trap any of the players from the side of Fanaticy. So they are, just like the previous match, they've got that early game advantage in terms of the gold at least. The kills, not all that much. Oh my goodness, what a traction pulse into a Wrath of Dryads. And this again now is setting up the option to take the second turtle of the game uncontested.
Blue team has slain the turtle.
Yeah, I mean, look, Fanaticy is in a very good position, especially with Cupcake and this Kimmy, bro. If Kimmy is going to fed and continue being fed the way she is, bro, it's going to be a good time for Cupcake. And we've seen what Cupcake can do with this Kimmy, especially a fed Kimmy. But yeah, just looking at how everything is evening out, we do see the Brody onto Obsidia. Obsidia has the Hunt of Bone. Oh, but the Tornaport memory not being able to get committed onto the Obsidia.
So, both marksmen sticking around here. This mid lane, oh, look at this from Kimmy.
Yeah, but we do see the bravest fighter onto Grok. Grok is forced to push, pop that wall. I mean, all the traction pulse getting committed from Kimmy, nearly catching Grok there. But yeah, so Ludikai, just to onto your comment, right? They are trying to get the pressure, but we do see a top lane invade as Brody picks up the kill onto Obsidia. As we do see Joy is into the mix, Electro Beats has been committed. However, Blue does get that stun onto Danny, and Danny is taken down. Blue gets that kill. It's 7 for 2, just before the 6-minute mark, and the first tier 1 turret has been taken.
What a second skill from that Brody. As a Coco Pops. Once again, the Wrath of Dryads into the mix. Cecilian is not having a fun time.
Treacle spams. Treacle spams.
Well, that's the equivalent of teabagging in Mobile Legends.
Yeah, but we do see yet another tier 1 turret gets taken down. Brody is currently having 2 turrets taken down in favor of Fanaticy. I mean, this is ideally what you want to see coming in from Fanaticy. Kimmy is 4-0 and 2, and Brody is currently 2-0 and 1. So the heroes that you want to have fed, and as well as the Roger, bro. If they continue this onslaught, I mean, it's going to be a quick end for the side of Fanaticy.
Yeah, the triple combo, dodging the Tectonic Charge. There's the engagement here. There's going to be the Lycan Pounce into the mix. Blue on the Roger on a killing spree. The jungle invade is on. Meanwhile, Lapo is in a 2v1 situation here in the bot lane. But do you really want to go in onto a Lapo?
No, you don't, bro. I mean, look at the Badang, right? Nearly getting taken down, even with the 2v1 situation onto the Lapu. They had the advantage, but yeah, it's not a hero that you want to face on.
Yeah, Kimmy waiting patiently in the bush here. Lapu just trying to force everybody towards him. They do have the number advantage on their side right now to Xenagogue, but this engage happening here. This is the time when you've built up this lead in this map control. There's no reason to rush anything. It's about just waiting for your objectives to be ready. Still another minute for
Red
the
team turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, and another tier 1 turret has been taken down, but Kimmy doing a lot of damage onto Grok. Grok does force that Tectonic charge, but Kimmy does take down the Grok. Once more, the Wrath of Giants is onto Cecilian, and Brody comes in with the Tornaport memories. He does get the kill, but the Lycan form has been committed from Roger. Oh, and Lapu gets that kill onto Obsidia. That is exactly what I mentioned, bro. Obsidia doesn't like the hard stuns. Fanaticy are currently having 10 kill advantage and almost a 7k gold lead.
Yeah, that's massive. This is a complete turnaround from the last 2 games. But again, it's not over. Not yet. If you're the side of, Xenagogue, whether you're the fans watching at home or the players here, it's not over yet. You gotta make sure that if you can land those combos properly, you've gotta delay the game, shall I say, in order to get your Cecilian and Obsidia online.
Yeah, bro. The only thing that's currently lagging from the side of Xenagogue is that combination, the Grok and Badang combination. But Lapu is not allowing the Badang to rotate whatsoever, keeping this pressure onto this bot lane. It is crazy, but we do see the Hunt of Bone is onto Lapu. We do see the first crack coming in from Badang onto Lapu, and Lapu has been eliminated as Sicilian comes in and steals the kill.
Yeah, so and having the number advantage with the Lord being up will allow the side of Xenagogue to at least mount a defense. Because the best they can hope for is just to keep a couple of the tier 2 turrets up and running. I think they might be able to defend the mid. They've got the full 5-man here in the mid with Brody split pushing on the top. Electro Beats coming out from the Joy. There's the Sanguine Claws. The full combination comes in. There's that play that we were talking about. But Kimmy, she's just so fit right now. How do you stop her? She doesn't care about anything. Turrets, players.
Yeah, bro. I mean, clutch plays coming in there, and that was the play that Xenagogue definitely needed. I mean, that was the combination that you wanted. But I mean, Fanaticy definitely, even though they had the Lord, they did win this battle, taking down the tier 2 turrets. So that is a successful first Lord of the match. If you need to count at the objectives and not at the kills, yeah, it's 13-5, and well. Fanaticy is extending that gold lead. It is past the 7k now.
Yeah, it's discipline, as we say, is the name of the game. And even though you know, Xenagogue, as you said, they landed the combo the way they wanted to land it, but if you can't lock onto the Kimmy right now, it's that fight's not gonna go your way. Kimmy is absolutely fed. If you're just taking a look at it, she's already picked up the Holy Crystal. She's got the concentrated energy. She's getting close towards that full-on combo. I mean, just look at that. She's just going in. No fear in the world. Melting tanks, front line, back line, any line. It doesn't really matter what it is, as they take down one, force everybody back to the base, and it's like 30 seconds to go for the next Lord.
Yeah, but bro, I'm going to have to give it to Scar, right? Scar with the Belleric, right? He's waiting for the sweet spot to deploy that Wrath of Dryads, forcing out the Badang with his first crack, and then popping the Wrath of Dryads. That did allow the opening for Kimmy. So it's beautiful clutch plays coming in from Scar. He's definitely playing a beautiful game with his Belleric. But I mean, look, it ain't over till the cookie crumbles. Xenagogue, they are trying to get that pressure and get the objectives. We do see the second Lord of this match has started up. But the first crack does take down Roger. Oh, what a beautiful play coming in from the Badang. But I mean, Kimmy is back into the mix, and Xenagogue will need to retreat here.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing. Well, once again, it comes down to discipline, being in position and not engaging before a major objective. Because now, with Roger being dead for the next 13 seconds, this causes a whole lot of chaos for your team. Kimmy has 2 seconds get away, but Dang wants to go in on the Kimmy, does land the first crack. She does dance away, has that mobility. They're going in. Oh my goodness, the Wrath of Dryads! What a Wrath of Dryads! Then in the backline, resets the Lord. Does he get out? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna say this, right? Roger needs to thank his teammates.
Yeah, he definitely needs that, especially, I think the round of applause should go there to the Lapu, zoning out Xenagogue and not allowing them to follow through with the Joy's chase onto the Kimmy, bro. Because right now, right, looking at the bounty that Kimmy has, it is almost 400 gold just on the bounty. The question is, who do you give it to? Are you going to give it to the Obsidia that's already stealing the... Bro, she stole Joy's red buff while Joy was running through that red buff, bro. So the question is, who are you going to give that bounty to if you get that focus onto the Kimmy?
I would say either a Sicilian or but definitely Obsidia. Not so much the Joy, because I mean we're past that point where Joy is going to be 100% effective. She just needs to be there to secure the objectives as the Lord pushes into the base. Oh, what a wrath of Trias. Bravers fight into the backline. The Lycan pounce, but the Sanguine Claws catches onto so many. Bats Feast is into the mix. There's so many NMs. They're going to lock onto the base, and that's going to be 2-2. We're heading into a 5th.
Into a 5th, bro. It seems like a Xenagogue couldn't find their groove, and bro, it's all the credit needs to go to Fanaticy. That was perfect pressure. Cupcake definitely deserving of that MVP with the Kimmy, and yeah, GG's well played.
Yeah. So this is like I said, this entire series so far between these two teams have been a bit of back and front, up and down. And now we're going to head into the 5th and, well, definitely final game of the evening. It's anyone's guess right now who's going to be taking the victory.
Yeah, I just stubbed my toe. That's sore. But all right, let's see. That sucks.
Why is Lotus laughing? Why is she laughing? Is she laughing at your pain there, Scarpy? Is she laughing?
Yeah, she is. Sadist.
No, I'm not. It's just funny because it always happens to me. So.
But all the more reason not to laugh. Don't you think so, Scarpy? Don't you think so?
All the more reason to laugh, but okay. It's gotta be 2-2. This match is gonna be interesting. Because right now, whoever loses does get at least a bit of the prize pool, but they're gonna end up in third place and will be going out of the tournament.
Yeah. So, well, we'll have to get into this next match to find out what is going on.
Yeah, so Xenagogue will have the first pick in this final match, and let's go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the sudden death round. I mean, look, I'm going to agree with Ludikai there in the chat. Kimmy is definitely. Oh, my bad. My bad. Keeping it on a 6-man ban. Woo! You see, even I can make mistakes. It's not just a Scarp curse, but yeah, I mean, I am going to agree with Ludikai here. They definitely need to respect ban Cupcakes, Kimmy.
Just wait, one of our refs did seem to accidentally leave the lobby.
It's too late now. I already pressed the start button. And I think Fanaticy, they need to keep Blue on the jungle. Blue definitely did a beautiful play the last match. But yeah, look, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. As long as it just stays there. And Xenagogue sticking with that Angela first bat.
Lotus, I'm going to ask you to just step in as referee for that, whichever side that was.
Okay, no problem.
Alright, Coco Pops with the first ban for the side of Fanaticy. So this will be the final first ban for the side of Fanaticy.
It's been a very, very strange game, to say the least. I don't know what's happening with my PC.
Pain is the proof that I'm still alive.
Frozen and locked. I think I have to restart this. Not now, though. Do we have another lag out?
The Brody got banned out. First ban for the side of Fanaticy.
Yeah. But we're on the pause screen. Again.
It's Gates that got kicked out.
I see.
Oh my. Why? Who did this?
Okay, this time this was me. My bad. My matchmaking didn't go in. Like, I didn't join with everyone else. I don't know what happened there. Okay. Sorry about that.
Blue double D double die double D double die double D double die.
Alright, let's get back into it. We can get
Your
to
team is banning.
well, we know what the first ban is going to be.
Your team is banning.
Yeah, definitely ban out the Brody for the side of Fanaticy. I'll go with that. If you're not going to steal it, ban it.
Let's see if they do that. They have a moment to think.
Oh, bro, now that I think about it, right, it's only us that can make technical difficulties be as funny as the way it is, bro.
But anyway,
I know.
These online tournaments have problems that, it's unique to online tournaments.
Your team is banning.
Yeah, so Fanaticy is switching up with that first ban, banning out the Uranus.
Interesting from them. I suppose we will see the Brody ban at some point in time. Maybe they just throwing a little bit of spanner into the works here for the side of Xenagogue, just to maybe confuse them a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there we go. It's the same bands coming through, except the Uranus being left open a few matches ago. But yeah, Lancelot once more. I mean, look, it's kind of obvious. Lancelot is one of those heroes. It's a pickle ban, and it's definitely not a pick for the side of Fanaticy. So rather just get rid of him.
Definitely.
Let's hear from the crowd.
He's one of those
noise for
heroes
yours
that are
truly.
very problematic to deal with.
As Xenagogue continues with that respect ban onto the CC. Definitely not liking CC in the first matchup against Fanaticy. But yeah, bro, I mean, look, we did ask for this sudden death round, so it's going to come down to what is going to happen here, and if I get to test out my remote very quickly or later.
Yeah, well, I will say this much, right? I'm surprised that Kimmy ban hasn't come out.
Yeah, 100%, bro. But my question right now is, are they going to leave Jolin to pick up Kimmy as a first pick for the side of Xenagogue? Because if they don't, I 100%, I'm going to say Fanaticy needs to pick up the Kimmy.
Yeah. But showing the Natalia, we always laugh about skills being passed on Natalia.
The world champs are back on stage!
I was wondering if we'd ever get to see a Natalia in 5-man in the tournament setup. Have we ever featured a Natalia, an actual Natalia, not the the ones when we call out when people miss skills?
Bro, I'm going to say this under correction, right? I think we have featured Natalia once. But yeah, that's with uncertainty, because I mean, bro, how many streams, how many matches have we featured? And Karma picking up the Brody, and Cupcake with the Kimmy, and Scar bringing in Chip, right? There's a lot of combinations that can gel with this Chip, right? And straight off the bat, I'm going to call it. You've got the Badang, right? That can pair beautifully with the Chip. And as well as a Mincetar, bro. With this new patch, Mincetar and a Chip combination, because Chip, when he pops that ult, you don't see him. The only time when you see him, you see him going into a portal, and that's it. You don't know in which portal he's going to come out of, right? So he doesn't have that vision anymore. Mincetar would be beautiful with the Chip, as well as the Badang. We do see Danny picking up the Fredrin. I mean, Xenagogue is well known for this Fredrin pick.
Let's make
and Harren goes with the Florin. Fredrin, Florin, Also, a very deadly combination. Coco Pops had a beautiful time with the carry in the first match, so Coco Pops picking up the carry once more. So yes, bro, this is going to be a very entertaining final match. But my question to you is, right, what is Fanaticy going to have to pick up in the jungle to counter the Fredrin?
You can, but still available. YSS is still available. Not so much a counter to the Fredrin, but provides the vision necessary. Can also combine with the chip as well.
Your team is banning.
I'm looking.
I wouldn't go for an Akai in such a situation. What about an Alice? I know, strange.
Yeah, Alice could work, but what are you? Yeah, you see, this is difficult, bro. Because Alice, she would do well, but you need that support with the Alice to allow her that extra sustain. Because Alice early game, she suffers, bro. She suffers super hard early game now.
Bane might actually work.
Now Akai enters the
Bane was banned out, and there we go. Akai getting removed. So if you're looking at the different angle here, right? Something that can dive onto the back line. I feel Hayabusa could be a very good pick against the Florin and the Brody. But you need to get that jump onto the Brody and the Florin.
Yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing. Maybe even picking up the Roger again might not be a bad option.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually going to, bro. Eamon would also not be a bad pick. Ren showing us Yuzong.
Yuzong can work, but like you said, Minsatar would be a deadly pick. Ruby can also work with Chip as well. There's a lot of things that you want to try and pair with the Chip.
Yeah, because I mean that's going to be your main focus, because Fanaticy is going to focus on the team fights, especially with the Chip pick, bro. And as well as I'm going to mention this, it's been a minute since we've seen Chip back in action. Chip, he did receive a buff as well, so Chip does do extra damage, and his stun, I believe, does have an increased time limit, so Chip is very viable at this moment. So very curious to see. Okay, so yeah, that's a Ruby into the mix. So I'm offended. Xenagogue should be careful. Tata showing us Esmeralda. They had success with this Esme, but Esme versus Ruby, I am going to have to favor Esme in the XP lane. But it all comes down to the skill. And if I was bro, you know what I was thinking now? I've seen Camillas getting played in mid lanes and XP lanes, and what's the one true counter to the Chip? It's a Camilla. And yeah, so Jolin going for that Xavier, and Tata does set on the Esmeralda.
Yeah, Camilla just deals with anything that any key team composition that groups together. That's what her ultimate's designed to deal with. Nolan pick. That's interesting. I mean, Nolan hasn't been picked up all that much, but in this lineup, you only have to really worry about getting past the Fredrin, and it's not like you're going to be going in onto the Fred.
Yeah, bro. I mean, with the fractures, Nolan is actually a very good pick.
Yeah. He can bust you down before the heals come through to save you.
Yes. And also, Fanaticy, they definitely need to focus. They need to get the stun onto Fred, right? Or remove Fred from the team fight and focus onto the backline. Because if you look at the likes of Xavier, Florin, and Brody, it's a very squishy lineup. They've got two front lines, but yeah, in my honest opinion, and this is for the fact of the Chip Ruby combination here, as well as the Kimmy, bro, Fanaticy's got the better draft. But I'm not going to take anything away from Xenagogue. They've got a very strong draft here. But this is all going to come down. This is purely a match of skill and team fights.
Yeah, it is. There's good combinations, as you say, from both teams. Though, with the chip and Ruby being picked up, I will be leaning slightly towards the draft of Fanaticy.
Welcome
where
to
we've
Mobile
seen
Legends.
Xenagogue do some amazing things
5
with
seconds till the enemy
Red,
reaches the
Florin,
battlefield.
Esme
Smash
combo,
them.
Especially with the Brody
All
being
troops
added into
deployed.
the mix. We know how deadly Karma is on that Brody, and Jolene on that Xavier as well. In this, what is it, the second match, that Dawning Light combo with the Torn Apart Memory was just melting everyone.
Yeah, bro. That was the second match, and look, it's only Xenagogue going with that familiar combination, and Fanaticy has been continuously changing their combination here. But bro, there's high expectations coming in here. But let's not curse it. We do see Kimmy. Oh, the traction pulse is onto Xavier. Look at that damage coming in from Cupcake so early on.
Yeah, Cupcake on this Kimmy. I don't think you want to leave Cupcake with the Kimmy. Just look at that, absolutely deadly. But this time around, Jordan can be a little bit more aggressive, shall we say? So simply because you got the Florin close by to throw out the heals.
Indeed, so, and bro, and look at this Florin. She's hard babysitting the Xavier, especially knowing what Cupcake can do with the Kimmy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, I'm sorry. Cupcake, you ate enough in the last game. It's time for you to be eaten.
But look at Florin's Floral Bloom, right? It's on the Brody. Oh, we do see the taunt up coming in from Fredrin onto Chap. Will he get it? He does have the Praise's Wrath available. He did have the stacks, but he loses it now. The traction pulse coming in from Kimmy just to keep Fredrin away for a little longer.
Yeah, Xavier, he was engaged upon how, but Fred, nice control here onto the chip. But there's the fracture to the back line. First blood goes away off Cupcake on that Kimmy. But he's not done. Wants to go for more. There's a greedy
I mean,
Cupcake.
this first turtle of this match is up, and we will see this securement on this first turtle. Esme doing a beautiful job trying to keep get Chip down, but first turtle of the match does go in favor of Fanaticy. Oh, trying to go for that blue buff invade. Oh, was it? No, it wasn't successful. But Nolan nearly getting taken down by that Praise's Wrath.
Wasn't successful. Oh, yeah. Close. You know, I mean,
That was close.
Yeah. You gotta try
Red
these
team
little
hero
outplay
has been
moments.
slain.
Bro, I mean, outplay moment is literally can make or break the match. If it's successful, and it changes the course of the match. If it's unsuccessful and you don't lose any heroes, okay, well, you tried. Just go farm up then. But if you lose members in that unsuccessful invade or make or break moments, it can be very dire. So it's very risky plays.
It is. But you know how they say, faint heart never won, fair lady. Sometimes the high risk, high reward plays can work. That Appraiser's Wrath from that Fredrin though. Oh my goodness. Almost deleted the node.
Yeah, so the lag coming in from the side of Fanaticy at this moment.
Was that the Ruby?
I'm laughing at Lotus typing out run, and trying to say run in the staff group. Alright, but back into the match we go.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate there for the Ruby. I think that's a little bit of a lag spike. But still, overall, Fanaticy has that slight gold advantage. Not much to speak of, but I mean, any advantage is still an advantage. But once more, there's Chip. He wants to go in onto the Brody, forces the flicker, pops the ultimate. They're chasing the Brody down. The fracture comes through as the full team makes that movement across. They hunt down the Brody. Though I think, oh no, nice play coming in from both Esmeralda and Ruby. They swapped lanes. They teleported.
That's unfortunate for the Esme. Just jumping in front of the carry. That's definitely not a hero that you want to jump in, especially if you're a tank. But yeah, we do see the rotation coming in from Fanaticy onto the top lane. It is currently a 4v3 situation. Will we see this engagement continuing here? Oh, Kimmy nearly stealing that XP turtle.
Oh, nice dawning light coming through as Esme once more into the front line. Tata dishing out the damage, just poking everybody low. Chip, oh, the floral bloom there, keeping everyone alive. The engagement here to the back line. But Kimmy once more into the mix, but there's their praises. It's dishing out so much damage. Can they get anybody else taken down? They want to continue, but oh, Esme, she gets the shield up and running just the right time. She's going to get stunned up. They don't have the damage to deal with this Esme just yet. She's just sustaining through so much. Oh my goodness, there's the Ruby. Manages to finally take down that Esme. Oh, but Nolan is into the mix up. Praises wrap comes out once more. Nolan does secure the objective, but it's just 4-4. And then still the goal leads roughly around the same.
Yeah, bro. I mean, look, that was a proper portal coming in from Chip, just allowing the Nolan to secure the turtle. But speaking of Chip, he is stunned down, and Brody will get that Dawn Apart memory onto Chip. Unfortunately, sorry, Scar, that's my bad. I shouldn't applaud you. I shouldn't applaud anyone. As if we look at it.
Kimmy with a poke damage once more. Oh, look at this from Nolan. He stole the buff, and well, they don't have the lockdown to deal with him. He's like, yeah, you're gonna poke me. I'm just taking the farm as I'm going around the world.
Around the world in 80 days. That was a good movie.
It was.
Oh, but the traction pulse onto Fredrin from Kimmy. I mean, this is just proper. This is good. Currently, outmap plays coming in from Fanaticy. Just getting this pressure onto Xenagogue, bro. This is what they want. Oh, Chip, he wasn't going to go into the bush. Oh, but we do see the fracture onto Jolan. But Xavier has been taken down. We do see the portal has been committed from the Chip. We do see the full team coming in here. Will we see another fracture? Kimmy is into the mix as well. Tata taking a lot of damage. Will they be able to catch the Esmeralda here? Oh, no, she's gone and gone away. Oh, no, Jolan does catch her.
Gone with the wind. Oh, but Ruby with the rotation. They're just gonna try to control the Esme up. But you're fighting everybody. Kimmy has to come in there, and they finally manage to take that Esme. Tata on this Esme is absolutely broken.
Yeah, bro. Look, we need to give Tata that to credit. But yeah, a tier 1 turret has been taken down by the side of Fanaticy in the bot lane.
So that should be another turret as well going in their favor with Ruby for getting this lane pushed in. So they have quite a bit of advantage for Fanaticy. Xenagogue will have to be patient once more, like we have seen them do, just to make sure that they can
Red team has slain the turtle.
Like they have the potential to do. So it's not over just yet. The chase is onto the... Oh, what is... Come on with the flicker into the bush. If there was ever a moment to clip something, that was it.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, Fredrin getting that Appraiser's Wrath onto the Ruby does finish off the Ruby, but we do see the stunt and taunt onto Kimmy. Oh, but we do see that ult getting committed from Kimmy, and it's onto Fredrin. The Dawning Light into the mix. Blue does take a lot of damage, and a shutdown kill coming in from Coco Pops, as Fredrin has been immobilized.
Carry, the power of a carry with the light wheels. But this fight is continuing. Ruby into the front line, just zoning onto everybody. However, Nolan has to use that fracture to get away, but Ruby gets taken down by Karma. So the kills are pretty even. The gold, though, is in the favor of Fanaticy, but they could Xenagogue take this mid lane down. Oh, that's gonna be this Kimmy. She's really dishing out the damage here. She's starting to hurt. There's gonna be, oh, look at the Nolan. He went in there, got the fracture off, but didn't manage to secure the kill. The turnaround with the floral bloom, and Kamo gets a kill onto Nolan. But they're losing turrets. Xenagogue at this moment in time.
Yeah, that's a tier 2 turret getting taken down by the Kimmy, continuing that split push, bro. But this range of this torn apart memory is so disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Nolan was between the tier 1 and tier 2 turret, and Brody was in the middle of the river getting the kill.
Oh, comes out from the chip here as they're trying to chase everybody down. Once more, Kama manages to reposition, get the double kill. So lovely play from him. It's a 2-0 exchange. Make that 2-for-1. This Kimmy is unstoppable. It's like a Kimmy versus Brody roadshow here.
Indeed so. But yeah, Kimmy catching the Florin there, and Florin has been taken down. It's a 2-for-2 exchange. Esme being allowed to push that tier 1 turret in the top lane. It's only the both tier 1 turrets in the mid lanes still standing. But yeah,
what a play from the Brody, taking down the carry, and that's what you want if you're on the side of Xenagogue, because the turtle is, the Lord is up, but the turnaround here onto the Tata, created the space to take the mid lane turret, but gets taken down, and this is not the time you want to be dead with the Lord being up. Chip trying to scout out. Oh, this is going to be deadly.
Yeah, I would just pop that portal to the opposite lane, but yeah, I mean, Chip does get that vision onto Fredrin. Monster kill coming in from Brody as Ruby has been eliminated. This Brody Xavier combo is so deadly, bro.
Yeah, they played very well with Xenagogue, but there's going to be the distraction pause then. Oh my goodness! Nolan, what a play! What a play! Fracture and dodged the Appraiser's wrath.
Oh, well, we do see the portals has been committed. So currently they're fighting for this first Lord of the match. Oh, Nolan does get it!
And they get out at the same time. Nolan being he was pushing the mid lane through. I'm like, bro, you were low. Run.
If ever was a moment to escape, it is now. Run, Forest, run. But yeah, 1-for-0 exchange and first Lord of the match going in favor of Fanaticy. We will see them get this tier 1 turret in the mid lane, and this is exactly what you want to do with this first Lord. You want to get as much objectives as you potentially can, or get that shield popped on the tier 3 turret.
Yeah, 4-5-man defense going in. Tata once more into the front line, as well as Fredrin. They're trying to block off this mid lane from being taken down. The Lord being allowed to freely push. They do know that they've got the gold shield up and running. Will Nolan go for the wave cut? I thought he would have. It would have created the space they need to take this mid lane turret. But he's trying to find the angle into the back line. Dawning light once more. Really starting to hurt. Ruby in a lot of danger. Has to disengage, but no. It's going to be the tournament memory once more coming to the front. But it's a 1-for-0 exchange. Oh my goodness. That was the kill Brody was looking for. He's really starting to hurt right now.
Yeah,
what is Nolan doing?
That's exactly the question that I just wanted to ask. Why would you want to go and engage? I mean, here you've got Xenagogue, right? They are going to focus onto this tier 3 turret, but look at the minion waves for Fanaticy in the bot lane or top lane as well. So it's a tier 3 turret taken down in favor of Xenagogue. Oh, but the torn apart memory taking down Nolan. Oh my word, this is a dire moment. Appraiser's Wrath onto Ruby as the torn apart memory comes through, and it's a double kill for Brody.
Yeah. Fanaticy had the game in the bag. Looks like they're on the way to throwing it. This is they're very, very dangerous for them. They need to get this wave cleared out here. That was a minion, and Kelly is just trying her best just to deal with this. Kimmy is so low. Gonna be being hunted down by the Florin.
Imagine, bro, from all of the heroes you get chased by a Florin, bro. If that stun landed, Kimmy would have been eliminated.
So with this, the game has swung now in the favor of Xenagogue. It's their game to lose, it's their series to lose. It's all going to come down to this next 10 seconds.
Yeah, bro, this is a do or die moment. We do see Nolan going for that jungle invade. But yeah, a second turtle of this match is up in the next 3 seconds. You don't want to be engaged upon right now. Torn apart memory coming in from Brody. Clutches out the Ruby. Dawning Light takes down the Nolan. And, well, yeah, Brody is going to hurt now. And, yeah, that's Ship getting taken down by the Fredrin. But Kimmy gets the return kill and a double kill as... Xavier and Florin has been eliminated. Cupcake could turn this, bro. I mean, it is Kimmy and Carrie in the mix here. Yeah, you want to get that traction pulse on the Brody. Oh, but Esmeralda with that moon jump onto Cupcake.
Blue team has slain the Lord.
Yeah, it's this could be the moment that Xenagogue can win this, but it all comes down to this defense from Fanaticy. Can they defend this? Do they have the ability to do so? They gotta take the Brody out of the equation. He's the one really dishing out the damage. If you can get rid of Brody, then you have the potential to win this fight. I mean, look at Brody, how fed he is at this moment in time. It's gonna come down to the Nolan finding the right angle.
Yeah, bro, he did try to get that pick off onto Brody, but unfortunately Brody outplayed him, and we will see Nolan retreating. I mean, yeah, we do see that Lord not getting through onto the base. It's a clutch defense currently. It's all for it now. I mean, the Dawning Light gets popped and Ruby is taken down.
So there's no frontliner here for one of the frontliners being gone for the side of Fanaticy. This is very, very dangerous for them right now. Even if they lose tier 3 turrets, their objective is just to not let the game end and hopefully pray for a mistake. This Florin coming online has changed the course of the game. There's another tier 3 turret being taken down here. The wave is in. The lock is onto the base. They got the lock on going here. They have to try to get the lock on. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was so low. As they do manage to get one, it's going to be the Fredrin who was taken out. So the defense did come through. Although all the tier 3 turrets have been removed. So this is advantage Xenagogue. They need to retreat. They need to not overextend if they want to win this game.
Yeah, Chip nearly getting taken down by that torn apart memory from the Brody. Bro, but this match is literally, it changed. And I'm going to say this, right? If it wasn't for the Brody, bro, it would have been a different match at this moment. Look at Brody, 14-3-2, bro. Brody is fed.
Yeah, they're on the hunt for him, but his team is staying very, very, very close. They don't want to let him get picked off. I mean, this is what having a marksman is all about in terms of being able to carry the late game. It's just the Esme on the front line, just setting up Florin, keeping that Esme alive, Fredrin as well, just with a whole bunch of control. The damage not quite there to be able to take out anybody just yet, and Brody just from range dishing out the damage. So this could potentially be the last Lord of the game. Carrie is on the top lane pushing. I don't know if that's the option that you want to go for, but there's a chip available. Oh, Fredrin goes in onto the Nolan, pops the fracture, has to disengage. Once more, Esmeralda is into the front line, just zoning everybody away. They're targeting this Kimmy. But there's going to be Esmeralda that's going to be taking down the Floral Bloom, not in time. Will Chip go in with that ultimate of his? He needs the carry to come and join in. Who's going to get the Lord? The Lord is so low. It's going to be Nolan who gets the Lord, but they're losing players. They've lost 3. It's a 3-4. One exchange overall. Kimmy just trying to escape here. But the waves are being pushed in. Carrie has to go in back for the defense. The Lord has spawned up. Can they get this defended? Kimmy is in a battle here. It's just Carrie left on her lonesome. She needs to take down the wave, but she's going to get taken down. Oh my goodness. What the? I can't even have no words for what craziness that was.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that does mean it's Saint Dynasty up against Xenagogue in the grand finals, bro. I mean, oh, this doesn't reflect well on to Fanaticy, bro. Not this last match. But GG's well played. Brody definitely deserving of that MVP, bro. 100%.
Yeah. Very, very well played to Xenagogue. They've had a strong tournament up until this time. So they're going to be heading on to the main stage itself in a best of 7 up against Saint Dynasty. But if you're the side of Fanaticy, right, you've made it all the way to the top 3. So it's no mean feat. It's actually to get into the top 3 of Conquerors of Dawn. Number 1, you have to be doing well in other tournaments throughout the course of the year. That's number 1. Number 2, you're competing against other teams who have placed very high in tournaments throughout the course of the year. So it's like basically it was a pool of the best teams across the countries that we featured. So to get into the top 3, you should feel proud of yourselves, right? Pushing this all the way to the 5th game. Granted, right, I will maintain this. You had the game in the bag. There was just a couple of moments where things went a little bit south, but you can feel proud of yourselves. But Xenagogue, strong performance. Took it down to the wire, 3-2. But now it's going to be Xenagogue up against the monster that is Saint Dynasty. They've been everyone's favorites from the start of the tournament. They went undefeated all the way through to the grand finals. But I'll say this, Xenagogue, extremely impressive. They could be giant killers. They will be going into the finals as the underdogs, right? But not by much. We've got to see how good they are throughout the course of the series. So big congratulations to them.
Yeah, bro, and especially, right, if you look at it, right, Xenagogue has been very successful with their redemption matches, and it was actually Saint Dynasty that sent them into the lower brackets. So yeah, bro. Tuesday will be the grand finals at 8 p.m. That's when we're going to kick it off. So yeah, bro, this is we couldn't have asked for a better grand finals.